I heard like there's like y'all have like fireworks season up there, Mark. I heard motherfuckers in Philly be like, hey man, I heard they start doing fireworks like in May in Philly, Sean.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, they had a meme, yeah, meme for last year, right? And it said fireworks bull 48, Philly 0. Like, yeah, I mean, that's how crazy the fireworks thing is, man. I was just like, man, you would think, yeah, I mean, for real, we out in the country down south or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The way y'all sell fireworks down there. I just like they gotta connect, you know what I mean, you from down there to up here now. That's how crazy fireworks is.
I meant to ask you that a while ago because I got some friends on Facebook in Philly, man. You always hear them complaining about fireworks, and I'm like, it's fucking May. Like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. Well, because you got to be careful.
I'm like, man, well, they started out like blowing up them ATMs on the street, and that's how it all started. But then they just start setting them off just because,
It's just a different war out there, man.
Yeah, it's different out here, man. You know what I mean?
Different war, man. Yo, how you fellas doing tonight, though, man? How y'all breathing out there? How y'all feeling, man?
Shit, chilling, man. I'm chilling, man. Yeah. Long time no see, homie.
Yeah, man. I was, doing some things, man, making some things happen, man, working behind the scenes on a few things, man, making some moves and all that.
It's good to have you back, man. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, I like, man, to drink for like every show, you know what I mean? Cause I like my comrade not here, so I had to take a swig for him. You know what I'm saying? But he back now, you know what I mean? Shoot, so I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Also, there's one thing, I mean, to connect, you know what I mean, for real, for my nephews left a package on the steps. So he sent over here the animal print 3s. You know what I'm saying?
The jungle fever?
Yeah.
That's an animal instinct. Animal instinct 3s, right?
Yeah, no animals were harmed during, the making of these shoes. So I don't really know.
This to keep it.
I don't see. Shawn understands this connect stuff. I don't understand it personally. You know what I'm saying? Hey yo, for my nephews. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Hey yo, Mark. There's a term we use in the military, man. Shawn keeps the nomenclature for Jordans, bro. He immediately identified them and gave the name.
I use that all the time in meetings. I'll be like, so the nomenclature of today, and everything. Yo, appreciate that, Shakina. Absolutely. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Oh
man, happy Father's Day to y'all.
Mark, I saw Mark posted on Facebook yesterday. He was like, shout out to all the ladies who call me father. Who call me their daddy.
Man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Man, I'm trying to, but you know what, man? Father's Day was good, man. It was good to see everybody. It's like I ain't seen people in a while, and you know what I'm saying? We have an annual Father's Day cookout up at this place called the Platte in Philly. Everybody come out, eat, drink with us and everything like that. And you know what I mean? So it was good, man, just to see the fathers, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't seen them all in a while. Some of the young boys and everything like that, man. So it was good to see everybody, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Good to, just be around everybody, because that was the first time I was around a bunch of people, you know what I mean, in a couple of years. So it felt it felt normal, but it felt weird at the same time. So I was just happy, man, that just to see that come back. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Stacks, how was your Father's Day, man? How did you spend your Father's Day?
It was great, man. We're not gifters, and people was asking me, kids asking me, hey, what you want for Father? No, I don't want anything. Just, I don't ask to be left alone and all that shit. But they know sometimes I just like being in my man cave and just doing my own thing. So it was like I was in the house by myself yesterday, just chilling, enjoying that time. Of course, got the text, the phone calls and all that stuff. So it was a great day.
That's the same here, man. I was in the man cave, man, just relaxing all day. I actually was playing video games all day, man.
Sometimes
you got to go into that fantasy world, man. I was playing Marvel's Avengers, man. just just killing everything up on the screen, man. Just having a blast all day.
Real therapeutic.
Man, shoot, that means you ready because the Marvel got the lineup coming out the second half. So that means you getting ready. You getting your mind right. You know what I mean? For
Black Widow trailer.
For the movie.
Yes.
That trailer, that Black Widow trailer.
Yes. Yo, but I'm telling you, that Loki series. I mean, episode 2, Mark.
I ain't started yet. Damn, I ain't started yet.
This might be the best one. I put this one slightly ahead of the of Captain America in the Winter Soldier, man.
Really?
I put it ahead of 2 episodes. Put it ahead. Tom Hiddleston is a hell of an actor, man. He's killing his role. Like he's killing. You got to think. Like you got to think. He's doing the Loki from the first Avengers movie. Like he's in that Loki mode. You know what I mean? So they picked up right after that. Because remember, he got the Tesseract in Avengers Endgame and disappeared. So they picked up right after he got the Tesseract. And that's kind of where he's at right now. So it's a lot of emotion, man. You got to watch it. It's a lot of emotion in it. Really good show, man. Really good. I mean, 2 episodes in, and I'm loving it. It's replay. Definitely replay value. Definitely replay value.
I gotta check it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely check that out.
Let's get into some NBA, man. Let's get into the playoffs. We are now in the conference finals, man. Eastern and Western. Hey, it's out there. We got the Phoenix Suns and the Clippers in the West. We got the Bucks, and Atlanta Hawks in the East.
ATL, hope.
ATL, man. It's crazy right now, man.
Mark, talk to us, man.
Man, I was just like, man, you ever see that meme where Kobe was yelling out soft? That's exactly what I was yelling at the Sixers. I was just like, y'all softer than drugstore cotton. Like, seriously, like, I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, Embiid was playing on one leg, and I'm like, he played great, but I'm just like, it's but so much you can do on one leg. You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't really bang in the post because he probably get himself injured even more. So he had to do the best that he could. A lot of heat's coming down on Ben Simmons, but to me, I don't think all the heat should come down on him. I'm not giving him a pass at all. I think he needs to go to a different team. Change his scenery. And this isn't just me talking as a Sixers fan. This is just me talking basketball. I think sometimes people need to change the scenery, to grow and become better. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that Philly and him just don't mix anymore. So.
And we're talking about Simmons or Embiid?
No, Simmons.
Oh, okay.
No,
I was going to ask you something on all seriousness along those lines, because we all know you guys are the most unforgiving city in sports. If there's a player that doesn't perform or they out of pocket, y'all are raw on those players. So is there any chance for reconciliation with Ben Simmons going forward? Because I think all I was hearing today as far as watching sports stuff is trade packages. Of course, he got that contract, and somebody's going to have to take on that contract.
Yeah.
So is there any hope for reconciliation, Mark? Your opinion?
I mean, if it is reconciliation, if that does happen, it would really have to come from Doc. For real, given his vote of confidence. But after what Doc said the other night, I don't think he got a vote of confidence for Simmons. I'm like, man, it will be trade packages available for Simmons for anybody who's thinking, he's somehow untradeable. Nobody's untradeable. Everybody is tradable. It's just putting together the right package or whatever. Our GM moves pretty quick. If you remember him down in Houston, how he put that all those Rockets teams together or whatever, he's pretty quick on the trigger, pulling deals. So I think Simmons will be gone sooner than later. For who, I'm not sure. I'm like, man, I know we're mentioned with CJ McCollum, They're saying if Damian Lillard is unhappy, he could be on the move, so we're not really sure yet. I know Magic Johnson is low-key trying to lobby, to get Ben Simmons to the Lakers. So I'm just like, I was just like, I'm like, anything's possible, man. You know what I'm saying? But I think one thing I will say, usually when you leave Philly, you end up playing better than when you were in Philly. You know what I'm saying? It's happened, for over the years. So I'm just like, man, we'll see what happens. But as far as the team, they got to just rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Not rebuild like a rebuild, but like retool. Obviously, you center everything around Embiid. You get shooters around him, and I think to be honest, you need a second star with him. I like Tobias, but when you say big three, I think Tobias is more 3 than 2. Tobias, I don't think is a number 2. Yeah, on a championship team. I think he's a number 3, and that's no disrespect at all. But if you look at the other teams, for their 2 best players, right? You look at the Nets that just got disposed of. KD and a healthy Kyrie obviously will be their 2 best players. You know what I'm saying? And you got Phoenix with Devin Booker and Chris Paul. Like, Tobias Harris just isn't in that class of player. Right. No disrespect to him. You know what I'm saying? So we need a second star. And we'll see, what happens. We'll see what gets one. But you know what? Hats off to the Hawks. I think they gutted it out. It was an ugly series in the last 3 games. I don't think either team played that well. But you know what? The Hawks made plays when they needed to. And that's why they were able to win. And I don't want Philly fans are just saying, yo, we played terrible. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, the Hawks won. The Hawks played terrible too, but they made a play when they needed to. And that was the difference in the series. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it could be a tip ball, a one-hit shot, one big 3. They made a play when they needed to. And that's how they were able to win. So props to the Hawks.
So Nick is asking, who would y'all want to take that contract? Though I don't see anyone taking that contract.
Somebody will take that.
I have a nightmare scenario. I want to. I think the homie Marc will join us later, man. I don't want this scenario to play out. I think it would be a very good fit. I'm not gonna steal that from Mervin. Wait till he come on so he can give us that. I know we probably be deeper in the show. But it's a nightmare. I'll just say, I'll give you a teaser. It's a nightmare scenario for me as a Laker fan. And Marc, to your point, welcome to my world. You say players end up playing better once they leave the Philadelphia 76ers. D'Angelo Russell, Ingram, Randall, Clarkson. But that's what you get when you have a LeBron James on your team. Your young talent isn't allowed to develop whatsoever. At all. They can't. It's no secret those guys left. And most of them are damn all-stars now. Like that. That's wild. But Clarkson just won fucking 6th man of the year.
Yeah. But he was 6th man of the year. Randall, most improved player. I think D'Angelo Russell won most improved. He was an all-star the year before. Right. Brandon Ingram, an all-star. So
but Marc, that's why it goes back to when people talk about Bron making players around him better. I've never believed in that. I've always felt that he never really made the players better. It was just I think it was more about happenstance that these guys played a little bit different. It wasn't because of him, because you had more players that elevated after not playing with him, because he's ball dominant, and a lot of times they played their position. If you think about a lot of more players who actually played worse when they played with him, like Kyrie was still Kyrie, but he's an anomaly. You look at Kevin Love,
for real.
Kevin Love declined like crazy because he had to change his role. Same thing with Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh was a perennial all-star, first team offense all day long, a first team all defense as well with the Raptors, and he was at the peak of his game when they went to Miami. And he had to kind of come down and start playing a different level. So to you guys' point, a lot of these guys you just mentioned, D'Angelo, even not LaMelo,
Lonzo
Ball.
Lonzo Ball, he was killing this year.
He was killing it. But under that system, they don't, because they're the ones who get blamed when a LeBron-led team loses. The blame is pushed to those guys. So I agree with you guys wholeheartedly in that regard.
I would say like this, I think if you play with LeBron and you're the number 2, you still can play your game. But once you're the third option and down, your game has to change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it just has to. Like if you're the second option, like Dwayne Wade was a first or second option with Miami, his game was the same. Kyrie's game was the same. But Kevin Love, Chris Bosh, their games weren't.
D Wade kind of suffered a little bit too, though.
Young player to me, it's mainly if I was a young guy that was coming out of college and I was projected to go to the Lakers, I would not want to play for them. And I'm a Laker fan, simply because I don't think that because the team focus has totally changed. We know we're at the point where LeBron is, chasing rings or whatever. So players development, that's second. That's not even a priority. That's like low priority.
Right.
And the LeBron effects, where this is GM, owner, all that stuff. LeBron needs to get his rings. I know we got to draft somebody because we got draft picks, but if you want to develop, this ain't the place you come in to develop at. Now, another thing is your roster will be gutted once he leaves, and I hope that we can maintain, some sort of resemblance of a contender after he leaves, but only time will tell. And, I digress on the LeBron thing.
It's gonna be tough because you guys are trying to go. I saw stuff they want to go after Russell Westbrook. They want to go after Beasley. This happens every time. Anytime a LeBron team lose in a playoffs, or
they getting everybody.
They got to get everybody.
Damian
I was like, man, I think they showed a picture. This is back when I think Miami had lost the title, and they showed a picture of Brown with the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? that was the craziest thing, though.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I've never seen it before. Like, for him to be the so-called GOAT, like anytime they lose, they want to talk about who can come play with him. Like, who's the next superstar to come play. But speaking of superstar to come play, what do you think about KD's performance in this playoff, man?
Man, KD, he could ball, and I know people got on him about the overtime, but he was gassed. Like he had nothing left in the overtime. I'm like, man, he had 4 quarters, 48 points. Like, I'm like, what more can you do? You had James Harden who was on one leg, no Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? And you had a bunch of really unheralded role players. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, it's just not much you can do in that situation. He's not Superman. You know what I'm saying? And when he was gassed, people gave him flack for it. I'm just like, dude, he was gassed. Like, them shots just ain't going to keep going in. Like, he was gassed.
Right. You're not getting anything from anybody. And he was playing every single minute. Offense and defense.
I think that people need to realize that players aren't doing that like players were doing it in the 80s and the 90s. Like, it's an anomaly for players to play all 48 minutes. Now he had a signature playoff moment. I don't care what nobody says. Signature playoff moment in Game 6. He was an inch away in regulation. I know y'all saw his feet. He was an inch away from sending them boys home in regulation. It was a 2-pointer. His half, like his foot was was barely on the line. I so wanted that for KD, and I don't want to bring it back to LeBron, but you got LeBron fans that just praise on other players' downfall.
Right.
But the conversation was, in the narrative, what I saw on social media and even on some of these sports shows was, oh, we got to kill KD like we killed LeBron. If LeBron had shot an air ball for a game winner, but people fail to realize that. When the last time LeBron played an entire game and the overtime? Like, we saw KD, man. KD was absolutely spent. I just wish he was an inch back, man. That would have been another signature playoff moment for him. and going to the NBA Finals. I just like to see great basketball, great players play great. I hate this player fan era where if you like a guy, you're pretty much going to big your guy up that you like by preying on the downfall of another guy. I don't know where the fuck they do that at, but that seems like where it is nowadays.
Yeah, and I think you're going to have a new champion this year. It's going to be from a team, for that hasn't won in a very long time, or a team that's never won. And I'm like, man, to me, it's no favorites. I think the team, that just clicking at the right time will win it. You know what I'm saying? I think any one of these 4 teams can win it. It depends on how the matchup goes in these particular series. But you got one thing I say with these playoffs, watching these playoffs, you got to throw out whatever happened in regular season. That don't mean nothing. Is how are you playing right now? And if you're playing well enough right now, you can win.
If I had a rooting interest for these Final Four teams, it would probably be Phoenix. Because Phoenix came out of nowhere. Jones just got the Executive of the Year. We've seen what their coach did.
Monty Williams.
Monty Williams. We see what he did with that team this year with the point guard, CP3. Hopefully get out of protocol soon. I don't know how he has them boys playing like that, man, but I like how they are playing as a team. It's just a feel-good story. I'm rooting for those brothers. I don't care at this point who wins it, but I'm rooting for those brothers. I mean, a second rooted interest is probably, the Clippers, unbelievably. I know they're an LA team, but I think that'll be Kawhi's 4th ring.
Yes.
And we know that the LeBron fans will go in hard because Kawhi doesn't catch LeBron. I think Kawhi be what, 4-1? 4-2. 4-2. Did he lose to? He lost in San Antonio. Did he lose 4-1? 4-1.
No, it'd be 4-1. Yep.
4-1 is 4-6, but I digress.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, part of me is rooting for Chris Paul too, because I'm just like, he's been dogged like his whole career, no matter how well he's played. He's always, seemed to get injured at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? And it was a tough break. But I think this team, the way, I'm like, Chris Paul is such a maniac, and this is why you love Chris Paul. Now, this story came out the other day that his brother, Chris Paul's brother, is on the sideline with the team. He's talking to Chris Paul on the phone. Chris Paul is yelling at his brother to yell instructions to the team.
I love it.
They're executing that on the floor. I'm like, man, let me tell you, if you're coaching or have a point guard that does stuff like that, your team is in good hands. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Your team is in excellent hands when you have a leader, at the point guard position. It's simple as that.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm looking forward to how this thing plays out, man. I'm really, really hoping that the Clippers can pull this thing off. I'm rooting hard for the Clippers. I mean, for obvious reasons. Man, it's so obvious. I need the Clippers to win this. I need Kawhi to come back healthy. I need Kawhi to ball out and become the Finals MVP. I need him to ball and really just reclaim everything. I want it. I need it. I think we all need it. I think while LeBron plays against Bugs Bunny, I'm hoping that Kawhi can come out there and ball out, man, and just win the MVP. I mean, this is a good year for NBA basketball, man. The parity, we applaud the NFL for the parity in the NFL because you see different teams win it. You don't know who's going to win it in the NFL. NBA becomes kind of predictable because you see teams get super stacked, and now it's like you're going to have a chance to see one of the 4 teams win it. One in which, or 2 in which you never won it before, right? It was 3.
Phoenix never won one.
And the Bucks, it's been 50 years. They won their title in 71. So I'm looking forward to it, bro.
60 years.
Before the merger. So theirs technically don't even count.
Yeah,
it doesn't count, right? It's like the Eagles championships before the Super Bowl era. out. I mean, but,
that's true though.
real quick, I don't know if are we going to talk about Team Jordan? Did y'all get that alert?
We should. We should.
I just want to hit on that really quick before we move forward. Right? We got to, huh?
We should.
Yeah, I think he has all these women's athletes. Y'all mean signed to the team?
I don't, but that was so dope, man. That warmed my heart when I saw that. I think I read but they're gonna have a Team Jordan for WNBA players, if I'm not mistaken. That's the premise, right? Now I'm
gonna send it to you. You can put it in.
Bet. Now I want to give it a little bit of context simply because we all know that these women don't make a whole lot of money. So if they're in Jordan brand, we all know that's extra cake, extra paper, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I just want to applaud the GOAT for going that way. You got to. I think you got to.
Yeah. That was big. That was big right there. You know, definitely. Yeah, I was feeling that.
I mean, Jordan does a lot of stuff, man, under the radar. He doesn't tweet it. He doesn't, have a barbershop show to have people come and talk about it. He don't have people planted in the NBA to come on and talk about the things that he's doing and go on these conference calls and say, yo, you're going to remember him. One day you guys going to appreciate him. He doesn't do that stuff, man. MJ does what MJ does, man. And this is a good feat for him. When I saw the picture, I sent it to you guys earlier today when I saw the picture. I said, man, it's so dope, man. And no one saw this coming. Like, I got this on my sneakerhead feed. So it wasn't even something that was broadcasted on Twitter, anything that was broadcasted on ESPN. MJ things, man.
Yeah, definitely. It's just it's just so feel good, man. I'm sorry. I'm glad. I'm just glad, man, because of the revenue sharing and all that stuff, man. And I mean, women just don't get the money that the men got. So I think this is a feel good story to me. It's well deserved because they got some hoopers. While we on that topic, I don't know if y'all saw USA Team USA for the women's. They will not 30. They will not. They'll win all their games. I'm putting it down now. They will not have a 20-point. All their games will be won by 20 points or more, man. They got some straight up hoopers. You got Stewie, you got Sue Bird, Brittany Griner. I mean, the list just goes on. They got some certified ballers, and they've been dominating for years. We always think about the dream teams and shit like that, but they have been dominated for years on the international level, man. We need to give those ladies their flowers, man. I'm still trying to get this picture up, man. But I just that was a really good look from Team Jordan today, man. It really was.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely. Yo, so y'all want to get into the main topic?
We going there?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, cool. So, man, I'm about to throw this disclaimer out there because I don't want no hate. I don't want anyone to say anything crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. So everyone know we were talking about celebrating Black Music Month, and we're winding everything down. So this week we're talking about the 90s. We're going into the bag of the 90s. We're going to be talking about the R&B legends of the 90s. Of course, we got R. Kelly in here. You can't talk about R&B music without talking about R. Kelly for the 90s.
You can't.
We're not supporting R. Kelly. We're not on here singing his praises. We're not on here giving him flowers or anything like that. We don't support the act. We don't support the man. We don't even know the guy, but we're not supporting what's being reported out there. We're only talking about straight music. We're not talking about anything else. We're not talking about the trial. We're not talking about the incidents, whether it's alleged or if it's substantiated. We're not talking about any of that. We're only talking about the music. We're talking about in the sense of the last few weeks. We went through the 80s. We went through the 2000s and 2010s. So tonight we're going to talk about the 90s. Again, this is not a situation where we are our champion and we're rallying behind R. Kelly, because none of us support those acts, whether they are alleged or they are substantiated. We're not supporting any of that. However, what we do support is music. And that's what we talk about every week: hip hop, music, and culture. So we're going to talk about it. We're not going to go into a deep bag. We're not going to say how certain songs made us feel from Kelly. We're just going to talk about in a context of our whole show around the bracket and around who's up against who. So again, I would ask anyone who's listening, who's viewing, let's separate the man from the music. All right, because no one can tell us they did not pump 12 play or 2b2.com or any of that music, and still if it comes on, you're going to bob your head just a little bit. You may turn it off, but you're going to first get that initial nod, right? So with that said, we got the disclaimer out there so we won't get hit by anybody because we're not supporting it, but we're supporting music today. We're celebrating Black music, and you cannot celebrate Black music in the 90s without talking about the R. All right, so it's out there.
Okay,
so fellas, now this ranking that we got, I'm not going to get into the minutia of the ranking, but this is because every time we do it, we have different debates about it, but we're not going to get into the weeds or the minutia. But the nomenclature that we used was around status in the 90s, catalog, vocals, pen. Anything you can think that's associated with that artist for the 90s, we put them in this bucket, and we scrambled that bucket up and we made a bracket like the playoffs. So for tonight, our bracket for the 90s, this was going to be a little tougher. So I'm going to take us through it piece by piece. But I want to start with the number 7 seed and the number 10 seed. So if we go there, the number 7 seed versus the number 10 seed. All right. Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right. So the number 7 seed we have is no other than Mr. I'm Ready, Tevin Campbell. All right. So before we go into, let's go to Tevin Campbell. So let's look at Tevin Campbell's catalog. He got 4 records. All right. We got Tevin, we got I'm Ready, we got Tevin Campbell. He got 2 albums to the bottom, 2 albums to the top. So this is Tevin Campbell. All right. Quincy Jones' protege himself. All right. And the number 10 is Stack's boy, Eric Benet.
Stack's boy? Shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, Marc boy.
No, not me.
The sex fiend, Eric Benet. All right. So
I don't know. He said some goofy shit. Yeah, I mean, for I forgot when, but he said something goofy. I couldn't bang with him after that.
Marc dropped that guy immediately, man.
Yo, Marc don't mess with the sucker shit. All right. So now, what y'all fellas think, man? Let's talk about it. We got one. Tayson said Eric Benet. Eric Benet versus Tevin Campbell for the 90s, man.
I don't think Tevin Campbell got enough for Eric Benet. I mean, I like the way they're ranked 7 and 10. That seems fair. You got the I think I remember Tevin Campbell, that Can We Talk? Hey, that was hey, we got a horn. Damn, this nigga popped up like a blister after all the work done. What's going on, man? What's going on, Pies?
Darkness, everybody.
We got the homie Merv in the building.
Hey,
Merv.
right on motherfucking time, I see.
Merv,
yeah, absolutely. Yo, wow.
Hey, my bad, Merv.
He's drinking. What a surprise. What you got, Merv? Since you here, man. What
is that? Is that soy sauce?
The
really soy sauce bottle.
Really, nigga?
My bad, man.
The Prosecco motherfucker talking about goddamn soy sauce. Fuck you, pay me.
My bad, man.
You choosing violence? You just came on it. I mean, why you choosing violence already?
You just came on.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
So we got Eric in the comments, man. What you got, Marc? Who you going with?
Man, it's tough, man. But it's tough. But I'm siding with Eric. Though. I just think Eric has a little more. Even though I thought Tevin Campbell's second album, I thought was really good. thought it was really good. You know what I'm saying? You got Can We Talk, you know what I mean? Always in my heart. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm ready. I mean, he has some tracks on that joint, but
he has some
I still got Eric. You know what I'm saying? I still got Eric.
He has some tracks. What you got, Merv? Eric or Tevin?
That's a hard one, man. I think shit. I think Tevin Campbell got the most memorable songs than Eric Benet. Shit. What was that? Eric Benet?
Does he really?
Eric Benet song. He had a song. Shit.
And he got that song. Sometimes I cry or something like that. Sometimes I cry.
He wasn't. Was it Maxwell that did Pretty Wings or him?
No, that was Maxwell.
Did pretty. Yeah.
I don't know why I get them two mixed up, but I think Eric got more of a catalog than Tevin Campbell.
He does. He has a bigger body of work than Tevin Campbell.
Yeah, so he has 6 albums in comparison to Tevin Campbell 4.
I'm gonna go with Eric, man. I don't think there's much to discuss on this one. I think it's they're fairly ranked, but I'm gonna go with Eric. More content. I like Tevin Campbell. Can We Talk? And that song they sung with I think they call Black Brothers United, Black Men United. You Will Know.
Yeah, You Will Know.
Hey, he did his thing on that one. Now, I mean, shit,
he did. But was he the best on there? It's crazy because me and my Wiz argued about this a couple of weeks ago about that song because I told her Aaron Hall made that song. I told her
Aaron Hall.
Oh Lord. You know he's a big Aaron Hall fan, man. Just excuse that nigga, man. I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck.
I miss you.
Aaron Hall nigga is.
Man, I don't know. Aaron Hall wild though. That's a wild bull right there.
Tell him, Marc. Talk to him, Marc.
That's a wild bull right there.
You don't my life, hey. Ingrid guy.
Man, shut the fuck up. Aaron Hall is known for Guy. That's Aaron Hall's Guy. That's it. His solo career was. But anyway.
Merv guy buys them. Merv guy buys.
Hey, but Can We Talk is bigger than any song Eric Benet made.
Is it really?
The fuck you mean? Is it really?
Name one. I agree with Merv on this one. Name one.
Name one bigger fucking Can We Talk?
Yeah. That's a huge record.
Okay.
That was a huge record.
Okay, I'll give you that. Give me another one.
You ain't got no choice, nigga. Talking about you ain't give me that. I earned that shit.
All right, man. I give you that. I can see.
Hey, came on it hostile.
Hey, but the overall, I got to go with Eric when we talking about overall.
Yeah.
Spin My Life was a really good song. Yeah, Ingrid, it really was.
Yeah. So that's a tough one. All right. So y'all ready to move on to 8 and 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Eric moving forward, right?
We got Eric moving forward.
Yeah, I got.
Tevin is ranked in the proper way. It's just that his body of work falls short when you're going up against Eric Benet. So 8 and 9. 8 and 9 is an interesting one because it's a little bit closer. So you got D'Angelo at number 8, and you got the legend himself, Aaron Hall.
The legend, wow.
The legend at number 9.
Hey man, I'm inclined to. Hey, you ain't gonna like this, Shawn, but I'm inclined to agree with Merv, man. Aaron Hall outside of Guy. I mean. I Miss You. I Miss You was a really good song, and the video was dope as hell as well.
Y'all bugging.
Got him crying at the funeral and all that shit, man.
Y'all bugging, and he was
man. Every time I lay at night, all I do is cry. Hey, he sung that shit.
Song.
Hey, he said, hey, Merv, don't hate on that, man. Hey, he did his thing on that one.
Yeah, she was sad as fuck though. But hey, I got D'Angelo Hall.
D'Angelo Hall is a former cornerback for Washington Redskins.
Yeah, I know. That's how much I don't respect Aaron Hall. I got D'Angelo Hall.
Wow.
Mark, talk to him, Mark.
Shit, I still have D'Angelo. You know what I'm saying? Even if I like Aaron Hall, I still have
Hey man, hey, check this out, Shawn. I hate to tell you, but I'm gonna pick D'Angelo on how does it feel. I'm gonna pick him on how does it feel, and what's the song he did with Lauryn Hill? That shit was hot. That shit that he did with Lauryn Hill.
You gotta understand,
nothing even matters.
D'Angelo's first album, you know what I mean, was like good top to bottom. Like that was a really good fucking album. Like
y'all crazy, man.
That first album was.
Now you crazy, man.
Y'all crazy, man.
Brown Sugar.
Here's where I think Aaron Hall makes up some ground. I know people just say, "Yo, we just had the guy stuff," but I don't think that's true. I was just like, Aaron Hall had like a lot of tracks on like movies. Like
talk to him, Mark.
Because that was like the year, like, that decade. You know, the '90s was the decade, a year of all the black movies. And it seemed like Aaron Hall had a single or a track on every one of them.
Change my mind, Mark. Change my mind, motherfucker.
I'm like, man, you know, the "Don't Be Afraid" joint was nuts. I mean, that has to be my favorite record from Aaron Hall.
Talk to him, Mark.
Seriously, I'm like, man, that was
the.
You know what I'm saying? And he has some other ones too, man.
Talk to him, Mark.
He also, you know, has some guest spots on some stuff. And I'm just like, Aaron Hall's good, man. Aaron Hall's good. Like, you can't just say, yo, it's Guy, and then the bull disappeared.
You talking about "Don't Be Afraid"? You talking about that one? "Don't Be Afraid." That what you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Change my mind.
On the Juice soundtrack.
Okay, you might have me. Change my mind.
You know, but I was just like, man, I'm like, so you know, I just want people to just like, look, it ain't just he was in Guy, and then when Guy ended, he just somehow ended with it. Like, no, he's not Damian Crazy Legs Hall.
Thank you, Mark.
You know what I mean? You know, no disrespect to Aaron Hall, little brother.
I got you, but hey, I get that. But them man sound like Aaron Hall pull a Bobby Brown. Like this nigga his biggest moment was with Guy. This is not no Bobby Brown new edition. This is not a Bobby Brown new edition moment right now.
Really back in, Mark. Really back in.
No. Aaron Hall had some. Aaron Hall had nice solo moments. He didn't have a nice solo career. He had nice solo moments. So Bobby Brown, Aaron Hall, he get like I think Ingrid said he's a nice honorable mention. He gets nice honorable mention, but he's not fucking D'Angelo.
He giving that man an honorable mention.
Here's the thing: you don't get the early R. Kelly without Aaron Hall.
Don't do that, Shawn. I ain't gonna let you do that shit now. We can't. Wow.
Hold on. I see where he's going with it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Right? You gotta understand, Aaron Hall really, you know what I'm saying? He really got into his bag. You know what I mean? Talking that shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, this is how you handle a woman. He's really one of the first to really get all the way in his bag. You know what I mean? No disrespect to Bobby Brown, because Bobby Brown went on that line, but he still kind of kept it borderline. But Aaron was just like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I mean, for Merc, I'm surprised you don't like Aaron Hall more, man. Because I'm like, yo, some of this shit you done pulled,
his music
like that sounds like some of the shit that Aaron Hall sung about before you pulled that shit off.
Thank you. Know what I'm saying? Thank you. You do not get R. Kelly from the early 90s without Aaron Hall.
Please quit saying that. Damn it. Yeah. Y'all just disrespectful right now.
I'm not going to say the music, but probably the vibe.
Google it.
You know I can say the vibe. Like
the vibe, right.
Maybe the vibe.
That vibe.
You know what I'm saying?
The sexual vibe. The sexual vibe. All right. But we got 3-1 D'Angelo win. Can we move the fuck on now?
Yeah, I still have D'Angelo.
Mark and I'm making a point. I'm trying to educate y'all at this point.
No, okay, fine. I'm educated. I have learned. Y'all have learned me. I learned. Can we move on now?
I got D'Angelo. I got D'Angelo, fam.
I learned. I got. Hey, now I know about Feel Bad. The Feel Bad song, Free Your Mind or something.
You dated me, Stacks.
Oh, and that oh man, wait a minute, hold up. Before we move off D'Angelo, that D'Angelo Lady remix AZ on it. That was my shit.
You're my lady.
That was my shit.
You're
and he had every single video. You know what I mean? And AZ, was chilling. So yeah, I fuck with that jump.
How does it feel? So, I mean,
we'll move D'Angelo forward. We'll move D'Angelo forward.
Why, hey man, why your mood changed? Why you upset though about that?
No.
Hey, Merv, this motherfucker upset right now.
You're nothing to me, Stack.
Hey, calm down, man. Calm down.
So it's going to get a little tighter now. So we're going to
double 5 blowout landslide, man. Keep going.
Let's go 4 and 5. So it's a little, you know what? Let's go. Merv, you go 3 and 6 first, and then 4 and 5.
Yeah. Cause 4 and 5. I already know 4 and 5. We really gonna be talking that shit.
Yeah,
I know that's a good close one. Let's do 3 and 6.
Let's go 3 and 6. It's another tough one. Brian McKnight and Johnny Gill.
Woo! Shit.
Woo!
Bang.
So, y'all sound like y'all gotta make a decision. Y'all gotta think about it. So I'm gonna go first. While y'all think, because I heard niggas say, whoo. Heard niggas say, so I'm gonna go. All right. Hey, listen. Johnny Gill, that my song is very fucking like that is my.
You didn't say it like that.
Sound terrible.
I can't sing worth a fuck. So that's why it sounds like that. I'm not trying to sound good, nigga. I'm just saying the words. You get it? Fuck you. Now let me finish. Now, and then that ma. Did you think I was gonna say it again because you said that shit? My nigga. Listen, no, but Johnny Gill has some really great fucking singles that really sold well. And that nigga from New Edition, that nigga sealed apart with fucking Can You Stand the Rain? Whew!
Yes, he did.
But goddamn, but you know what? I'm going to Brian McKnight.
You're a smart man.
I'm going to Brian McKnight. Let me tell y'all something, dog. That fucking Brian McKnight vocals, Brian McKnight songs, he'll make. Listen, if you don't have no kind of romance in you, all you gotta do when the lady come over throwing that goddamn Brian McKnight and that damn album, what album that is? Hold it. Take Johnny off. Put Brian on. Take Johnny off.
It's undeniable.
That album. Damn, what's the name of the damn? Mary Lee? Is that Mary Lee? Whatever I said, Mary Lee, Yo Take Care of C. That album right there. That whole goddamn album, boy, let me tell you. That album right there, I bagged my first shorty off that goddamn album. My high school.
Whoa. It's a family show.
Goodness.
Family show.
What are you talking about? I say bag. B-A-G, not bang. Bag. You know what I'm saying? Like
crazy. Oh my God.
Crazy Love? Listen.
Yeah.
Hey.
When I'm feeling a little down.
And then he threw a song at the end talking about the day the earth stood still. Man. Yeah, I don't think it's close. And I don't think it's close.
Man, shoot.
I don't think it's close. If you talking about the body of work, and you talking about the body of work, Johnny's not fucking with Brian on the body of work.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got Brian. Go ahead.
This is beginning to be a landslide, Burb, and you got Anytime. The download. Maxine was 5'9", had a man she didn't mind. I think it's Brian McKnight and it ain't even close.
Wait a minute, now watch this, man. This is why I'm like, I got Brian McKnight, but I'm about to give y'all some old school hip hop real quick, and I'm gonna top Brian McKnight into it. I think y'all should know what song I'm talking about. I'll Take Her by Ill Al Scratch. Brian McKnight on the hook. I'm like, yo, that was the best song by this group. And this is early 90s. You know what I'm saying? But this song though, I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, they still will play this shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's your homework for everybody. You know what I mean? You call yourself hip hop, Ill Out Scratch with Brian McKnight, I'll take it. You know what I mean? Check back that out if you don't know it.
Hey, Mark, back at one last cry. What?
Yeah.
Still in love?
Yeah. Broken heart.
And here's the thing. Johnny is no pushover. And Brian is taking him out.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Listen, you know what? With Johnny, it's like to me, I think the one album that he had a nice push behind it by the record company. And I remember hearing a story that the album after that didn't really get as much of a push. So I'm not saying that I still think Brian wins anyway, but that's just context. Sometimes, you know what I mean, especially back then when your record company ain't really stand behind your work like that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff just didn't get pushed like that. You know what I mean?
Yep. So
you like that, Tina? You like that, Tina? You heard that falsetto? Shit.
Hey, Tina. Hey, Tina. When we first started this shit, right? When we first started this shit, like a month ago, that nigga had a note. That nigga signed a scratchy. That nigga was rusty than the motherfucker. That nigga had to go down and drink some lemon juice.
The fans heard the pipes.
That nigga went to drink some lemon juice.
Hey yo.
That nigga saying he was in the shower saying, "La la 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 la."
Hey yo, Shawn. I know you could agree. If the viewers are hearing the pipes in the background while y'all talking, let them enjoy the pipes. Let them enjoy that.
This guy
really enjoy that, man. Because it's so soulful. It's so soulful. Shit.
Yo. So y'all ready to go to 4 and 5?
This could be tough.
You got Brian McKnight. Go ahead.
4 and 5 could be tough, fellas. So 4 and 5. Whew, we got Gerald Levert, the incomparable Gerald Levert, and Keith Sweat.
Good.
Oh shit!
Shit.
That ain't even fair.
Damn!
I don't care what your mama say. I don't care what your daddy say. Hey, I'm here to tell you.
Hey, hold on. I got a request, y'all. I got a request. Okay. Before any one of us choose a winner or choose before us make a decision, can we let's talk about let's celebrate Gerald and celebrate Keith.
Yes.
And then we decide.
Please.
Nobody decide. Nobody say right now. So who we going for? Who we going with first? Shawn.
Let's go with Gerald. Since Gerald number 4, let's go with Gerald.
And he's no longer with us. So shout out to the late great Gerald Levert,
man.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Shout out to
Gerald
Levert.
To the legend.
Man, let me tell you something. That goddamn song. Listen, when I was young, I wasn't pulling the shorties like I used to. I was able to get maybe about 1 or 2. I was able to pull up bundles that I was able to pull the last, in my adulthood. So like that song, "Baby Hold On to Me." Hey,
baby, hold on to me.
Oh my
goodness. 'Cause I'm
goodness.
a special guy.
Okay, Stats.
Hey,
I got them all now. I got a bag now. I can shit.
Damn, Casanova, me and Ray.
Oh man! Yo!
Hey,
I love you, baby. Hey man, hey, Gerald Levert Gerald Levert
was different, man.
Jesus Christ!
All your friends keep telling you they have a fancy car, but a diamond ring.
Hey yo, Merv,
but
y'all forgetting about
things coming time.
Hey yo, taking everything. When they had the damn chick to be, I don't care, bro. That damn taking. I don't care what your mama say. I don't care what your daddy say.
Get them,
I don't care what your mama say. You can't take my babies away.
Get them,
you ain't got no choice. Hey yo,
Dude, this is tough, man.
And then
don't forget
Gerald LSG.
Don't forget Gerald. Wait.
Yo, Marc.
Why y'all shouldn't put these brothers together because Marc, you ain't lying.
But Marc, don't forget about father and son. Him and his dad.
Right.
Yeah.
That album was bananas.
Man.
Oh my God. Marc. But that LSG.
You brought in Eddie on that.
Hey,
kill it.
Yo,
hey, hold up. LSG, my body. LSG, my body.
Body, oh my goodness.
Door number one on LSG. Round and round as LSG. But guess what?
God.
But guess what?
Keep sweating all the. Keep sweat ball the group though.
That was man.
Yeah. Oh damn, that is right.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn,
hey,
that is right.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, Merv. I'm glad you brought that up, Merv, because I don't think LSG. I don't think they get enough flowers. It was a short-lived group, but man, they were good.
Yes,
man, it was good.
Oh man, yes. Shoot!
Damn, my body, Merv. Some kids was born off of my body.
Man, shit, you can't forget For the Love of Money. That he did on New Jack City.
New Jack
City.
Marc, so, hey, I'm gonna bring this back full circle. He did that acapella, but guess what else was on that soundtrack?
Yeah,
Keith Sweat, man.
Oh yeah. Shit.
At the wedding. At the wedding.
He was.
Keith Sweat was really disrespectful to sing that song at the wedding. He was very disrespectful singing that song at the wedding. Hey, don't you go telling me no. At the wedding,
telling me no again. Yeah. Hey, okay, all right, Keith Sweat. Hey, check it. You got Twisted, Make It Last Forever, Right and Wrong with There's a Right and a Wrong with the Tree.
That's
nobody.
That's your take on.
Who gonna love you like me? Nobody. I'll give all my love.
Oh my goodness.
How deep
if you're not playing that song, Merv.
Hey, Make It Last Forever. There you go.
Ooh, baby.
Oh, hey, what? Hey, get up on it with Cut Close.
Oh, Merv, am I dreaming? Old school.
Cut Yummy with Cut Close.
Yes.
Oh my God. Hey,
this ain't fair.
Hey, we have to go to the fans on this because this is the closest one we gonna have, bro.
Hey,
this is the closest one we gonna have.
Merry go round and round.
It didn't sound like that, but I get what you're saying.
You may be
I got something for y'all though. What y'all forgot about this? Just got paid Friday night. Money in my pocket.
That was a shit.
That's like Keith Sweat though.
It's Johnny Kemp and Keith Sweat and Jackie Maggetto.
God damn.
Yeah.
Jackie was somebody.
This is
in the rain.
This is the toughest one.
Rain. Oh my God.
In the rain.
I don't know how we can do this. I don't know how we can do this.
Listen, the In the Rain song, you know what this nigga had playing as a background? The nigga had rain dropping. The nigga had rain dropping as a fucking beat.
Hey, shout out to Beanie Siegel. He sampled that. Please don't throw my high.
Make it last forever.
Oh, why me, baby? Why? Hey, god damn.
This ain't fun, man.
Don't stop your love.
Bang.
Don't stop your love, man. This is tough.
No. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough.
This is tough.
I need it right now.
Because Gerald's a true crooner. I mean,
he really is.
He really is, man. Oh, good.
I am. You know what I'm going to do, and this is going to suck. I'm going to give it to Gerald Levert, simply because both artists. This is the 4-5 pairings, perfect. But there's a segment of the population out there that absolutely hate Keith Sweat's voice. They label him as a beggar. I can't argue that.
Hold on.
You know they do.
He is not. No.
Time out.
He's not horrible live. And chill out.
Hold on. Wait
a minute. That means go with the single. Time out. Did you and Ingrid go and see Keith Sweat before?
Yes, we did. Mark, we was in front row.
Hey, listen. I understand that Keith Sweat, far as like voice wise, he don't match with a lot of people. But listen, in the 90s, was Gerald really bigger than, like, can we really say he's over? Like, I ain't talking about we're not looking at just skill set. We're looking at the whole dynamics. Like, that nigga was the 90s, man. That, like, y'all, it's some babies off goddamn Keith Sweat. And
hell yeah.
Hey, Merv, I'm gonna tell you this. Hey, Merv.
This nigga was in New Jack City. This nigga sung live. This nigga had a cameo singing in New Jack City.
Merv, Keith Sweat
up at the wedding.
He was. Keith Sweat was one of those artists, along with Gerald Levert. My mother loved Keith Sweat, so when she was cleaning the house doing her thing, I heard more Keith Sweat than Gerald Levert. She loved both of them, but she loved her some Keith Sweat, bro.
I heard more people play Keith Sweat.
Y'all see what Elmore said?
He said, "I performed Lou
at a concert
my wife and I went to."
Got to go to jail.
Oh,
I don't believe that, but
I believe.
No,
it.
I mean,
I don't know that.
That's that man's opinion.
Them concerts back, like, back in those times. Yeah, I mean, you really had to bring it.
You know what? Gerald probably. You know what? Gerald did have more. Probably had more stage presence than Luther. Because Luther,
Gerald was singing directly to the ladies.
Yeah,
Luther, it was a little bit of
we ain't know. But listen, I heard more people play Keith Sweat when I was growing up in the 90s than Gerald Levert. I am gonna be honest with that. My brother is why I know about these older singers, like 80s and 90s. And anytime my brother brought a lady over, that nigga had the incense. Let me tell you what he had. He had the incense. He had the incense in every fucking room.
Natasha?
Shoot, y'all mean I don't reckon.
Hey, but anytime he had company over, and they kept sit on in every room, and Keith Sweat playing in the fucking background.
I remember that shit, man. I remember that shit. Waterbed. And he had a waterbed for a nice little touch too back in the day.
He had a waterbed.
You sure did, Merv, brother. Did have a waterbed back. I remember that shit, Merv.
Back in the day, if you had a waterbed and incense, you was getting whatever you wanted. That's real though.
Yo, this ain't fair. Like, Ingrid and I, we went to see Keith Sweat in concert. It was probably one of the best concerts I've seen in a long time. It was Keith Sweat and friends. And by the way, stats, KC was there too. And KC killed it too. Yo, KC destroyed it, but Keith was the closer. And Keith came out there, man, in some red bottoms. And everybody, I went crazy. I was like,
red bottoms. Shit.
Yo, Mark, I screamed out, man. We was like right there in front of, in front of the
So Shawn, you tell us you fell out after Keith Sweat concert. You fought that carried you out?
No,
that would sound like to me, Merv. I don't know. That would sound like.
I kid you not. When you see Ingrid ask her, when KC came out there and he got on his bodyguard's shoulder, and they was he put him on his shoulder and he was singing. I told Ingrid, I said, I'm done. This is the bucket list. I'm done. That's all I needed to see. If You Lonely Now sing live, and then he played and he sing on because JoJo back was hurting, so JoJo couldn't perform. It's not funny, man. But JoJo said, "Man, y'all please pray for me. My back
is hurt." Spinal.
JoJo said, y'all please pray for me. My back is hurting.
My back is broken. Spinal.
And KC started singing, man. And KC sung JoJo's part and his part.
Wow.
And I never knew that he had that kind of range, because we know KC from having that raspy, hardcore voice, but he was able to sing JoJo's part. So that I had to say that's the highlight of my life. When Casey got on his bodyguard's shoulder and they were walking through the crowd and he was saying, "If you think you're lonely now,
damn,
I'm good."
When it's cold outside,
man, when he hit that, man, Ingrid had to hold me up, man. He had to hold me up. Yo, but who we going with, fellas? We gotta pick somebody. We gotta pick one.
Shit, I don't know. Fuck.
I got Gerald's definitely the better singer. But boy, when I was in the 90s, all I seen was Keith Sweat between my brother and my older cousins and shit. Like that's I think a 90s Keith Sweat come to mind before Gerald do.
It does.
I'm gonna go with Keith Sweat, bro. I got Keith. I gotta go with Keith Sweat, bro. I have to.
Well, see, the ladies going with Gerald because
I gotta go Keith,
because he sings like he sings.
You think the 90s though? Like
I still have Keith though. You know what I mean?
Y'all see the video of Keith Sweat? He was live. There was a chick on the stage with him. I think he was performing on a Arsenio Hall show or something like that. But he killed it. He was singing to a chick. You know how Keith do. He was singing to a chick on that show, and that shit was bananas. So we could go ahead with Keith Sweat, regardless of what Tina said. Tina, we love you. But I think it's Keith.
Yeah, we're going. Yeah, I think it's Keith because that. Yeah.
Let's do this out of respect for both of them.
True.
Let's move both of them forward.
Do what? What the fuck?
How the fuck we gonna do that?
We can do it.
How you do that?
Put one of them up against because they got to go against the winner, the number 1 seed.
Man,
right?
Hey, Shawn.
It doesn't matter.
Shit, no.
Hey, Shawn.
No, we ain't doing that.
Hey, Shawn, we could have used you last night in Philly. Yeah, I mean, listen, both of them won. Play a game 8. You know what I'm saying?
We're not doing that shit, dog. Like
I think we're deadlocked, man, because I saw.
We're not deadlocked, nigga. The 4 of us say Keith Sweat. The fuck you mean we deadlocked? The 4 of us
in the comments.
We got people in the comments that are saying.
I mean, with the Gerald.
The comments are saying.
One more time. Give me a one more count.
Okay, so hey, listen. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know how when the presidential nomination happened in November, they got the popularity vote and they got the fucking votes that count. Nigga, that's us.
So we the electoral college.
We're electoral college.
This dude is crazy, man.
Okay, hey, Gerald won the popular vote, fine. But the electoral colleges will count. And guess what?
Hey man, keep counting the votes. Count those votes. Count those votes.
Y'all crazy, man. All right, so
this nigga right here.
Right. So here we go.
Wait, nigga.
So this is going to be a little bit controversy. Mark said Mark don't like you for this one. So we're going to have to go. So all right. So D'Angelo moved to the second round, and we had Eric Benet move to the second round as well, right?
Yeah.
So now it's going to be Eric Benet up against that guy, R. Kelly.
We don't need
to discuss this, man. R. Kelly, keep moving.
R. Kelly gets smoked.
I'm like, do anybody want to? Do anybody even want to attempt to discuss it in the comments?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah.
All right.
Next
so D'Angelo and the incomparable Babyface. Y'all pausing too much for this one.
It's Babyface. You know, come on.
It's not a discussion either.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, we could just, you know what I mean, say some Babyface shit. You know what I mean? But Babyface.
All right. So
what the fuck is bias, Nostalgia? What's bias? What the fuck is bias as fuck? Please tell us. Ask her what's bias as fuck.
Explain yourself, Nostalgia.
What the hell is bias as fuck?
Probably your electoral college.
Nah, she was with Keith Sweat. She wanted to go Keith Sweat.
She wanted Keith Sweat.
She's a Keith Sweat fan. All right. Yeah, D'Angelo is incredible. But Babyface smoking his boots any day of the week.
Yeah, that's not
right.
That's not worth talking about.
Hey, right, check this out though. When can I see you?
All right, so we going. All right.
Can my heart breathe again?
Brian McKnight. So we got Brian McKnight in the R.
It's still R. Kelly. Still R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, no discussion. I'm sorry. I know some of y'all don't like R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, yo. Like, go ahead, man. Damn.
I know some of y'all don't like R. Kelly. But hey. I don't even feel it's right to talk about Kelly until because we all know that shit.
We gotta get there. But I want Merv to explain to Nostalgia because she has a valid question.
What she said? That's how the fucking cookie crumble.
The brackets. It's the brackets.
That's not brackets.
Don't do that.
What you talking about? It's brackets. The nigga won. The nigga won. He advanced to the next round. What do you mean?
Yo, Merv hostile, bro.
All right.
Hey, Merv, take a drink, man. Calm down for a second. Shit.
Oh, shit. We had Gerald winning?
No, the fuck we did not, Shawn. No, Shawn, we're not doing this, Shawn. We're not doing that shit.
Look at the screen last night. Damn.
Hey, okay. I'm about to say.
Stacks, how do I get in touch with Adam Silver, man? I need to put this on through.
Eric Campbell.
Eric beat Tevin Campbell. Beat y'all.
He beat Tevin Campbell.
Yeah, he beat Tevin Campbell.
Yeah.
You hold on, time out. You late and come with this motherfucker talking shit like you on time?
Bro, calm down.
What the?
I don't. Yeah. Look, we just saying praises to Keith Sweat. I don't think we need to go there with him and Babyface. It's
no Babyface wins.
Yeah, Babyface got that.
All right, fellas. So here we go. Not gonna find it.
We need to be at.
Yep, this is the last one.
Okay.
So this is the debate.
Wait a minute, hold up.
Oh, this is the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. We ain't discussing none of them other shits. We just hit skip.
Yeah. There's nothing that we could have done with that, man.
It was really nothing to discuss.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. This is discussion worthy. No,
listen. I like that pick, Nostalgia. I like that pick.
You sound like you know what? Let me take this.
I like that pick, Nick.
What the hell?
I like that pick, Nick.
You know what? Hey, man, we need to disregard Nick's pick because she feels weird about R. Kelly, and I understand all that. But I mean, this R. Kelly we talking about here.
Listen, now for the record, now listen, y'all. We talking about music right here. We ain't talking about the best human being.
I did that,
right?
All right, we're talking about the best fucking music. We're not talking about the best human being. We're not talking about law body. What, Shawn?
Disclaimer. I did that.
I don't know.
Can I talk?
Shit.
Can you? Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. My bad. You know what? I had a hard evening. I don't mean to take out.
We can tell. Like you come alive from Bangladesh.
Let me.
Your murder the satellite. Your murder the satellite.
Yo.
Had a hard evening. Hey, my bad.
Shoot, man.
But listen, y'all. Listen. How many times have y'all heard that if R. Kelly were to do verses, nobody was fuck with him? Everybody been saying that. Everybody been saying that shit on Facebook. If R. Kelly do a verses, the only person that could probably fuck R. Kelly on verses was Michael Jackson. Everybody's been saying that shit throughout the whole motherfucking Facebook world. So I don't even understand how the fuck we about to discuss this shit right here. It's discussion worthy, and that's it. But nigga, when you talk about R. Kelly, you could go rather. Nigga, you could talk about fucking. You could talk about how many babies. You could talk about how many babies was made. You could talk about how many damn motherfuckers were seduced. And even listen, you even talk about romance because the Chocolate Factory, like, and that's not in the 90s, but I'm just saying his range. Like R. Kelly can talk about romance, can talk about fucking. He even got this nigga can sing about anything and make it sound good. You know what I'm saying? This nigga sing about anything and make it sound good. I went to this nigga concert, and this nigga started singing about wearing a towel, and them fucking ladies went nuts.
Man, I'm trying to tell
motherfucking nuts. Now, and get this. The creativity by this nigga's a fucking genius. Like Trapped in My Closet, yeah, and that's 2000. But this nigga really could have been 90s or 2000s. That's how good this motherfucker was. This motherfucker was dominant in the 90s and in the 2000s. He could have been either one and fucking won. But we're gonna talk. God damn, fucking the champagne.
Damn, you got that shit again?
I bet not.
COVID-20? Shit.
God damn. Hey, listen. 12 play. 12 play. Listen, it seems like you're ready. I don't see nothing wrong with no bump and grind.
Your body's calling.
Your body's calling.
Yeah.
Even that song he had by his mom, Mercedes.
Sex Me. Jesus Christ, Sex Me.
Sex Me.
Yeah,
this is just one album.
That's the different nostalgia. Keep it coming.
Wait a minute. Oh, but wait a minute. I mean, you got the songs, right? Then R. Kelly remixed all them shits, and the remixes was even better than the original.
Now y'all know I usually don't do this.
Your body's calling.
I'm not trying
this
to
is love a remix. Who is you talking to, man?
So you had
Come
listen,
on.
Hey, you had Born into the 90s. That's when he was with
Public Announcement.
DJ, what was it? DJ play me a love song. What's that damn song?
Wait a minute, hold on. I'm gonna get it. Hold up.
Slow dance.
Hey, yeah. Mr. DJ.
Yeah, that's it.
Slow dance.
That was the perennial last call song at the end of the night when you trying to put your bid in to take something home. Where's the lie?
Dedicated. Y'all remember the song Dedicated? This is a song from 1990. This album from 1990s. Dedicated. I mean from the year 1990. Honey
Love, nigga.
Honey Love.
Can't sleep.
Come on.
And then you go to You Remind Me of Something, Step in My Room, Baby, You to Be Happy, Download, Nobody Has to Know, I Can't Believe, Baby. What are we talking? Tempo slow? What? That's 1990, 93, 95, and then you go to the Double R album that came out in 1998. The double album R,
man,
along with Keith Murray, spending money on half on a baby. When a woman's fed up, get up on the room. One man, we ride the opera.
Hey, real quick, Merv.
And then Gotham City had the remix.
Real quick, Merv.
Come on,
and I know this don't make the 90s. It's 2000.
It came out in 2000, but TP2
is one of the best R&B albums of all time. I'm sorry, y'all might kill me for it. One of the best of all time. I'm sorry.
And
I'm sorry.
You can probably still count that because that came out in 2000. The whole album, his singles came out before then. The album dropped in 2000, but he had singles off of that in 99.
Merv, he can't.
In 99.
Hey, yo, Shawn, I know you're upset right now, but he can't hit it hard from the back. Home run on the front. Come on, man. That dude came in gunning on that.
No, we're not done, Shawn. We're not done.
We're not even done, but think about it. When he put that joint out, when a woman's fed up, I'm like, if that wasn't ever
standing here, sitting in the mirror.
Download Double Life.
Come on.
Saying damn to myself.
I Believe I Can Fly. I think that was the Batman soundtrack or some shit.
It's Space Jam. The real Space Jam.
Space Jam. That was Space Jam.
The real Space Jam was the GOAT.
Yeah, real Space Jam.
Yo, TP2Com, Strip for You, R&B, The Greatest Sex, track number 4 on TP2Com.
So Greatest Sex, I promise you there was multiple, probably thousands of kids off there born off of that Greatest Sex. I'm sorry.
I Don't Mean It, Like a Real Freak, Fiesta, Don't You Say No Tonight.
Oh, y'all done
R. Kelly, One Me, I Win.
No, we're not. R. Kelly got a lot now. He got a lot.
A Woman's Threat. I decided not to go out tonight. I decided to treat you right. I mean, I wish remix. All I really feeling on your booty.
Hey, pretty mama, how you doing?
Now check
it. I'm just in town for the weekend, looking for a little trouble to get into.
And Lil Kim was in the video.
Baby, Lil Kim was in there. What you're drinking, and I got you.
And guess what, Shawn? We have only talked about solo joint. We ain't talking about no collaboration. We ain't talking about no writing. We've only talked about his albums that's dropped in the 90s. His solo album.
Y'all see what Tazon? Y'all see what Tazon posted?
It was, but as in the 2000s, but Trapping the Closet was a fucking music. This nigga, a whole movie video came out that album.
You better be careful what you do to me.
Man,
it might turn around on you.
Yo, man, I'm trying to tell you, man.
Oh, that was Sparkle, yeah. We even talked about his collaboration.
We talked about his collaboration. Stroke you up.
Hey, hold on. I see what y'all saying. Y'all saying we not counting 2000s. That's limiting Babyface because I think he got 2 solo albums in the 90s. So I mean, we can go that way if y'all want to go that way.
Any way you want to go with Kels, you can go there.
And hey, but guess what?
John, I don't see no way out. I'm sorry, man, but I'm sorry.
Because y'all running your fucking mouth. Y'all won't get nobody a chance to say anything.
You know what? I'm done. I'm gonna let you go.
Hey, but fellas, we ain't talk about none of the remixes he did in the 90s. Can't sleep. Like all his top songs in the 90s, this nigga did a remix for it in the 90s. We ain't mentioned none of his remixes. We ain't mentioned none of his remixes in the 90s.
Merv, let Shawn state this case for Babyface. I'm done. I'm gonna give him a chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna chill.
We stay in the 90s. Hey, Shawn, stay in the fucking 90s. Cool. We'll stay in the 90s. Hey, go ahead. Hey, but I love Babyface though. But Babyface ain't fucking with ours.
Y'all went entire R. Kelly's entire catalog. Y'all went into
we did not. We did not. Everything I saw did in the 90s.
Y'all went to the
TP2 is 2000. It is 2000.
Hold on. I got this, y'all. I got this, fellas. Shawn.
What?
Hold on. Let me talk. The nigga.
You've been talking the whole time.
I'm talking again. His lead singles for TP2Com was dropping in 99.
It was not. It was 2000, Merv.
I said the singles, not the album. The singles.
Wait a minute. Can I say one more thing?
Talking about?
Shawn,
let him say this case.
Wait a minute. Don't forget the collaboration. Y'all mean Street Dreams remix. Nas and R. Kells. Don't forget that.
Yeah. What you think about that one? What you think about that, Shawn?
Classic.
Don't forget it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a classic, of course.
Yo, you ain't shit, Shawn. Yo, Merv, you hear this shit? You bring up Nas, it was a classic. Don't do that.
Yeah, Street Dream remix was a classic, absolutely.
Go ahead, Shawn. You go ahead. I'm gonna let you go.
Facts. Y'all didn't do that for anybody else. The comments were pretty much speaking on all of it. I don't have to speak on anything. The comments were speaking on it. Here's the thing about Kelly. All right. I'm not taking away from what his imprint in the music industry was. Kel's pen game was nice, great music. Everything y'all named, it was outstanding. But y'all talking like Babyface ain't Babyface. You saw what Babyface did to Teddy Riley. And Teddy Riley would smoke any producer, any songwriter's boots any day of the week. And you saw how he sung Teddy Riley. Babyface was making groups. He was writing for everybody. If you wanted a hit, you want a Grammy, you go to Babyface. If you're talking about, you can even go to, I can give you a soundtrack that would trump any of R. Kelly albums in the 90s. You can go to Wait to Exhale soundtrack. Guess
I didn't know he was doing right credits. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're doing right too. We talking about solo right now.
As Rika was gathering the data for me.
Oh shit!
Right on time.
Yo.
I got shows that shit.
Hey, Shawn brought in a ringer. Hey, you got. I forgot about Rika. She's a fucking ringer. She's a ringer.
So all I'm saying is
that's writing. That's right. That's writing.
We talking about total body because if you go vocal wise, Babyface got a better vocals than R. Kelly.
Wait 1 fucking minute. Come on now. Don't do that.
He got 2 albums in the 90s. He got 2 albums in the 90s.
That's not play. So then you're talking about.
He got 2 albums in the 90s. 93 and 96.
I'm talking about body of work.
For Trump 5 albums?
I'm talking about
5 albums.
Merv, since we dove into R. Kelly's catalog past the 90s, we got to give. I think we got to give Babyface the writing credits. I think we got to do that.
We got to because he.
No. Hey, come on. We mentioned 2000. We didn't count them shit. The shit we counted was in the 90s.
No, I mean we didn't count them.
We wasn't counting that shit. He got 4 fucking albums.
Thank you, nostalgia.
90.
Thank you, Nick.
Nick don't like R. Kelly.
Not at all. Not at all.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, don't have anything to do with music.
He's limited, Nick. He doesn't know.
Babyface
had 5. He doesn't know these things, Nick. We trying to educate him, but he won't listen.
He counting a Christmas album? He counting a goddamn Christmas album. Goddamn. She got a Christmas album.
Hey, Shawn,
Babyface is a better vocalist than Kelly. He's a way better vocalist than Kelly.
So why you pick Gerald Levert?
Way better.
So why you pick Gerald Levert?
Shawn, I'm going to respectfully disagree as far as that better vocalist shit. I'm sorry. I love Babyface, but R. Kelly can sing, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, unless Tidal got this shit wrong.
Thank you, nostalgia.
Unless
vocal range.
Unless Tidal got this shit wrong, I'm going off Tidal. Maybe Tidal got this shit wrong. For the Coolin' You in 93, The Day in 96, and Christmas with Babyface in 98.
You put off a Tidal
was in 1989, and Face to Face was in 2001. So
R. Kelly got a gospel album that was hot as well.
Does Tidal got this shit wrong?
Yes.
Hey, here's what I want to say though.
What's other albums in the 90s?
Babyface is a musical genius. You can't. I don't even know why they had him in it with Teddy Riley. Teddy Riley wasn't even prepared. And Babyface, y'all remember Babyface was like, yeah, I just wrote this song. I had COVID. But I just wrote this song. I'm gonna play this for you. I'm like, this is a smooth motherfucker, boy. This gotta be the smoothest motherfucker ever, bro.
He's son Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley got bodied in that verses, bro. He got bodied.
I don't see it as a blowout. I'm just saying that to sit here and make it seem as Babyface's chump to R. Kelly is ridiculous.
No, ain't nobody saying that.
That's what y'all saying.
Hey, check this out. If you
don't know, you pulling some female shit right now, Shawn. You pulling some female shit right now, Shawn.
Check this out. Here's what I can say.
We ain't say no shit like that.
Here's what I will say.
No shit like that.
Y'all said a lot. Y'all took damn near the whole segment talking about it.
Oh, time out.
Ain't nobody this Babyface.
Y'all did a whole thing.
Let me talk this lady right here. Listen, don't do that. Don't be disrespectful. Talking about Merv, if you don't know who Babyface is, then just say that.
Yeah, just say it.
Yeah. Okay, Merv.
Listen, y'all. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. I think it's heavy when we talk about these are two musical geniuses. Geniuses. Babyface made a lot of people more famous than they otherwise would have been. I'm going to give him that. Babyface is Kenneth Edmonds, his government name. That's a bad boy.
Hey,
I'm going to give.
Ask Sharika. I don't know this, but has R. Kelly wrote for anybody? I'm just asking. I don't know. I really don't know. So Sharika, you're a musical person.
He wrote for Sparkle.
If R. Kelly has wrote for any people, can you just let us know? I don't know.
I just told you he wrote for Sparkle.
He only wrote for Sparkle?
No, that's not true.
He wrote for Sparkle.
Because I'm really asking a damn question. You trying to be funny right now?
I think holistically, I think this could be closer simply because of the body of work a Babyface has outside of what outside of what he's literally done.
Thank you, Sharika. That's
you
all
have
I'm
to
saying.
You have to throw in the shit that he's written. He has made a lot of artists famous. We can't discredit that. I don't think we can. To be fair.
Are we talking about artists of the 90s? Or are we talking about producer of the 90s? We're not talking about fucking producer of the 90s. We're talking about artists of the 90s, Shawn.
We're talking about body of work. We did the same thing with Prince. We did the same thing with Neo.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Y'all mean free. Wait a minute. R. Kelly wrote for Aaliyah, B2K and shit.
Okay.
Y'all
okay.
wrote for Sparkle. Tom Dollar.
Hey, Marc, Shawn don't like this shit.
He said Sparkle and B2K. That's your argument?
Y'all mean for it? No.
That's the hill I'm gonna die on, nigga.
Who the fuck
Marc
you wrote
just
for?
set y'all back.
I tried to ask him something.
He said Sparkle like Sparkle.
I asked you a real question, Shawn. You lied to me. I said,
and Maxwell, he wrote for him too.
Really? Let me look this shit up, man. You lied to me, Shawn.
I got the list right here. I keep going down.
He's wrote for Sparkle.
But I asked you you said
he
nah.
wrote for Aaliyah.
I asked for anybody else, Shawn. You said nah.
He wrote for Sparkle.
I didn't say nah.
Come on, man. I can keep going. Changing faces.
Because I really ain't know.
What defines an artist?
I like the way
look at what, man, B2K was big.
Hey, Sharika wrote for Aaliyah, Change Her Faces, Sparkle, Maxwell. Oh, he wrote The Fortunate
Tony
Song?
Braxton.
Wait. Oh, shit. Okay. Hey, yo, thank you, Sharika. That's my classmate coming the fuck through.
He wrote.
He wrote for Bryson Tiller too.
Bryson Tiller. He didn't even get the first round, Marc.
Wait a minute. He wrote for Casey and JoJo. Wait a minute.
Okay, that's good. That's a good one.
You can keep this going. Oh, he wrote for Joe? Come on, man.
They get Joe up out of here, man.
It's easy. You know what I mean? Shit, Joe got the power. Got the power soundtrack going, man.
Man, Babyface wrote Wait and Exhale soundtrack and the score.
Oh, R. Kelly wrote for Michael
and
Jackson.
Boomerang.
R. Kelly wrote for Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson? Okay. Britney Spears? Wrote her too.
You Shawn, you hell, boy. That nigga said that nigga said Sparkle, and that's it. Boy, you hell. I was asking a fucking question.
Hey, Shawn, I tried to help you out. If you want down this hill, by all means, brother.
Yo,
wait, he wrote for that.
Marc said Sparkle.
But like
Sparkle and B2K.
But like R. Kelly said, ain't no R&B without the R. I'm sorry.
He wrote for Britney Spears.
I'm disregarding the B2K argument. Disregard that.
Let's keep going.
And Tay-Song hit me some old head because I didn't say anything about B2K.
He wrote Michael Jackson, You're Not Alone. He wrote Michael Jackson, You're Not Alone. Did you hear me?
That song was
who? R. Kelly?
R. Kelly wrote Michael Jackson, You're Not Alone. That was Sharika just told us.
That's pretty damn good.
Thank you, Sharika.
Hey, yo, Tina won. Hey,
you wrote for MJ.
Tina comment. If you're right for Michael Jackson,
Michael
Jackson.
Enough said, nigga.
What?
A lot of people write for Michael Jackson. What are you talking about?
Did Babyface write for Michael?
Yes.
No, he didn't.
What song? Because you lied.
I'm sure he did.
Look, he's talking about, I don't know. I'm sure he did.
Michael Jackson had a team of writers.
What Shawn, don't do that. Shawn.
Because
he had a team of writers. Not everybody wrote Michael Jackson shit.
Man, he ain't going.
Not everybody wrote Michael Jackson shit. Michael Jackson write none of this shit now.
Hey, yo.
R. Kelly wrote for Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson got a bunch of ghostwriters.
when y'all said, so we're gonna just hold on, time out. We're just gonna just go by the fact that Mark said B2K and Tina and Tay on their comments like B2K was big. Man, we're gonna just bypass all of that.
Yo, are we gonna bypass
Yo, Shawn, you try. I see what you're doing. You're trying to muddy the waters. Yeah. Let's disregard the B2K shit. You try to know.
Was B2K not a big?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That didn't happen.
Hey, who wrote "End the Road" by Boys to Men?
Hey,
okay.
Listen.
What's that?
AJ number the number Aaliyah.
That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite songs of all time.
AJ number Aaliyah. He wrote that. All the time going to change he wrote that. All of my days featuring Jay-Z. He wrote that.
Oh my goodness, Marc. You get it.
What? That nigga even wrote for Beanie Siegel.
Who?
Yeah. Did he?
Beanie Siegel had Ghost Riders?
No, nigga. You talking the chorus.
Shawn petty as shit, man. This nigga petty as hell, man.
At your best,
you really got a good point.
Aaliyah, at your best, you all love.
You're not alone.
Back and forth, Aaliyah. Back and forth, Aaliyah. Be careful, Sparkle.
That shit was hot too.
B2K.
Don't mention that. Don't mention that. Leave that out.
Michael Jackson cried.
Michael Jackson for Britney Spears.
Down with the
B2K out there.
This nigga basically wrote the damn Aaliyah whole goddamn album. See him like,
yeah, well,
get out.
Look at all the shit he was saying.
Right, nostalgia. They out here talking like they're riding the "You're Not Alone."
He wrote Gigolo's Nick Cannon.
Where Merv live? You think
I'm a gigolo, spending lots of dough.
Man.
He wrote for Tony Braxton too.
Blockbuster
hit. He did not. Oh, you talking about producing? You was talking about producing. Is that what you're talking about? Producing? Not solo hits. Not solo hits, he did not. You must talking about producer. Cut it out.
Y'all
by the way, he wrote for Tony Braxton, your girl that you love so much. I don't want to. Tony Braxton. I don't want to.
Tony Braxton.
R. Kelly wrote Tony Braxton. I don't want to.
Bro, Vibez wrote the whole album for Tony Braxton. What are you talking about?
Hey, but you made it sound like R. Kelly ain't right shit. I asked you. I said, who you wrote for? Oh, just Sparkle.
That's a good point, Ingrid. At your best, that was originally Ozzy Brothers.
Yeah. He just read. That's all he did. Was just re-recorded. He just re-recorded.
Oh, he wrote Life. Casey and JoJo Life.
Temperatures about 100 degrees.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm saying that boy put
Cut it out, man.
Thank you, nostalgia. More name Tony Braxton's weakest song that R. Kelly wrote. Discount 95%.
He wrote One More Chance, Michael Jackson.
That take a bow shit with Madonna. That shit was hot. Babyface. That shit was hot.
This nigga wrote for Britney Spears.
Y'all act like he ain't bring back Ronald Osley. Y'all act like he ain't bring back Ron Osley, and he got that Mr. Biggs shit, and Mr. Biggs was like the set, like y'all for real, like another life for Ron Osley. Y'all act like y'all can't do that shit.
All right.
Oh yeah, he wrote for
and Ron Osley's a legend.
All right. So here's the thing. R. Kelly resonates with us a little bit more because we all came through that era of R. Kelly music. The music was nasty. Y'all some nasty dudes. So I'm sure that resonated with y'all more than anything else. All right.
Yo, you look, cut it out, yo.
I told Stacks months ago when Stacks and I were talking offline. I said, man, look, nobody want to see Kelly in a actual I see Taysom punk ass stat. That doesn't do anything. Yo, y'all not changing my mind. Look,
I know we're not, but this is hilarious to me.
Both of these artists are great artists. All I'm saying is,
back up. He said put stat back up. Thank you. He said put stat back up. You brought this on yourself, Shawn. Because you should.
I stand on my sword. I stand by what I said. I got some musical heads out there.
Well, follow that motherfucker too.
I'm not discounting Kelly at all. Kelly is a genius. We know that. That's not a debate here. It's not even a fair debate between Babyface and Kelly because their music is so they're on total different ends of the spectrum. When you're thinking about the body of work that they both have, Kelly music resonated more with us. It was more urban. Babyface was more global, based on the trajectory that he had. They are both musical geniuses. All I'm saying is we can't keep rattling off all of these accolades for Kelly and just say, well, Babyface had this or had that, but Kelly had all of this. We can't say that because they're actually neck and neck. They're neck. If you think about the 90s,
in the 90s, they're not.
If you think about the 90s,
not in the 90s, they're not.
Range
it's a landslide. We just in with the 90s though.
This is 90s, dog. We're talking about career. We're talking about 90s only.
That's what I'm saying. In the 90s. That's what I'm saying. In the 90s, Babyface range was out of this world. He was doing movie scores. You're talking about Boomerang. You're talking about Waiting to Exhale. You're talking about classical soundtracks. You're talking about a global appeal. You're talking about someone who was writing full albums. I'm not talking about writing songs here and there. He was penning entire catalogs for Toni Braxton, for Janet Jackson. You're talking about many artists that we love today. Babyface penned their music. He
produced their music. He produced their music. But this is not the producers of the 90s. This is the R&B artists of the R&B.
This is total body. Because we did the same thing with Neo. We did the same thing with Prince. We talked about their total body.
Talk about Prince and his instruments and being able to play all those damn instruments and shit.
Total body.
But that's what Prince is doing himself.
As an individual,
we talk about what Prince is doing himself.
Right.
That's why about the instruments.
But we made an argument for Neo, saying the same thing for him. All the people that he wrote for.
No, we talk about his collaboration.
If you look at these soundtracks that Rika just pulled up, those are classics and those are soundtracks that he penned.
Did he sing every song? He sung every song in them soundtracks?
No, he didn't sing them, but you gotta give him credit for Babyface. Babyface is different, man.
That's more production, nigga. That's more production.
He's also an artist.
You trying to count his production? This is not. We're not talking about production. You trying to use Babyface production.
This is not.
And what he's playing for other artists. They're trying to put him over R. Kelly. We're talking about art. We're talking about. You trying to think about the narrative, the sneak Babyface in this motherfucker.
See this shit back up there, bro.
This is not changing the dynamics for a win. It's not about both of these guys are geniuses. Everyone wins in this. All I'm saying is we're talking about the body of work because we did it in every era.
He wrote great songs for people.
When we were deadlocked in the other eras, we talked about the body of work. We talked about their catalog. Yeah. We talk about everything. When you're talking about an artist of their caliber, you gotta think about it. You can't just put it down for album, or song for song, because they're different animals. R. Kelly penned a lot of great music. They're different animals. To not use that, to not put that in the box is really difficult to say. Let's talk about just R. Kelly and his songs.
And we're talking.
That's not it. That's not just him.
Okay, listen. Shawn, I'm gonna say it like this: when we put Keith Sweat over Gerald Levert, one of the things we say, when we think of the 90s, we immediately think of
be outnumbered. Eagle flies alone.
Okay, when we think of the 90s, we think of R. Kelly over Babyface. Even if you think about perception, we just like you said, we grew up on R. Kelly. So when you think about the 90s, R. Kelly comes to mind much quicker than damn on Babyface. And we just use that for the Gerald Levert and the Keith Sweat argument. And Keith Sweat can't come close to fucking singing as good as Gerald Levert. So why are you trying to change up your argument now? We go by that same
argument.
But we go by that same thing. It's not even
not changing my argument. I'm just saying
the 90s only.
I'm not changing my argument. All I'm saying is, how can you say R. Kelly music and that's that? When he's just as comparable for production in his pen game. The same thing for Babyface. You can't just say Babyface catalog, but not talk about his penmanship. Talk about everything that he has done. That's not changing anything.
But
if that's the case, we need to go back in time and talk about and pull Neo back then. Because we talked extensively about Neo's catalog and his penmanship.
We can talk about it. But when we talk about the 90s, and we talking about the 90s only, is R. Kelly.
Merv is correct, but what I'm saying is it's not. Forget it. I forget it. Y'all understand it. Forget it.
I understand what you're saying, but see, I feel like you trying to use. I feel like you're trying to use this penmanship to put him past R. Kelly.
Here's what I will say. If you
can't do that, we just do the same thing with R. Kelly, with Gerald LeBron and Keith Sweat.
Here's what I will say though: if you talk about both artists holistically, as far as what they wrote and the music they've made, it's close. But I still have R. Kelly. That's just me.
Yeah, and that's fair.
Now, and I'll tell you one thing though, right? Yeah, I mean, especially you coming up in the 90s and you watching TV, and Family Matters came on, and Steve turned to Stefan, and they played that for the Cool in You. That was my shit. I don't care what y'all niggas say. That was my shit. Man, you know, Babyface was the man. Like, I'm just like, man, you know, it ain't no other way to say that. The Boomerang soundtrack was fucking bananas. That is a classic, you know what I mean, as far as soundtracks are concerned. You know what I mean? For So Is Waiting to Exhale, a lot of ladies love that fucking soundtrack. Seriously, and looked at niggas with the side eye anytime they had the soundtrack on. You know what I'm saying? Now, okay, you know what I mean? So I'm like, hey, nobody's discrediting Babyface. You know what I'm saying? At all. You know what I mean? I mean, shit. We seen what he did on Marc. Like, shit, you know, ain't nobody.
Marc, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that R. Kelly does not be. I'm not saying that. I'm not changing the argument. All I'm saying is, an artist of their magnitude, or artist of their cloth, of their ilk, you cannot leave out that big piece of who they are. You can't. You cannot do that, because a big piece of who Neo is, a big piece of Neo is the fact that he's a writing monster. He wrote hits for many great artists. He's wrote so many hits. You cannot leave that out when you're talking about Neo. You just we didn't. That's why I say holistically, it's close. But if you consider all those things, I still have R. Kelly, but it's close. That's just me. I was trying to change the argument. The argument was not to be changed. I was just pointing out the facts. These are actual facts. This can be substantiated. I'm not changing the argument.
I was like, man,
so
yeah, I would say like this. Babyface was a man. I got
that Take a Bow is a really, I love that Take a Bow song, bro. And that's Babyface wrote that shit, man. And it was
right.
He sung in it and he wrote it, and that's one of Madonna's.
Come on, man.
That's one of her best songs, courtesy of a Babyface.
Babyface. Man, he didn't give what was that group?
Not mad at all.
That was on the what you call
not to get mad. This is a debate. This is a great debate. There's nothing to get mad about.
I was like, man, he
right.
Man, I'm gonna say like this. Babyface gave that group.
We living. We eat good.
Right, we eat good. Right. Nothing to get mad about at all.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I just like, man.
I'm debating my brothers. This is
he did some dope shit. Like, I mean, it's, you know, come on, man.
I just think it's great. I just think it's great when we come together and just celebrate these artists, man.
And you have to.
Both of them are fucking juggernauts, man. I don't. They have shaped music for our generation, man, and that's something to celebrate, man. It's always fun to debate this shit, man. I mean, and we gonna come up with a winner eventually, but man, these guys shaped R&B during that era, man.
Right. They shape art easily, because you got to think about it, man. Like, you don't get the body of music. You don't hear music like that today that they were creating back then. They created a whole generation of superb artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, just based on the fact that they were creating some things that no one else was creating at that time. And that was the time when music was at its best. That's why we kind of left the 90s, you know, in this time frame, because the 80s and the 90s, the music was so different back then because it had a lot of meaning to it. You know what I mean? It like every bar, every line had meaning to it. The production, it had meaning to it. It was a true vibe. Even soundtracks back then were so different. because the soundtrack spoke directly to that movie, and it made so much sense. And you had to select the artist to be able to handle the magnitude of that soundtrack. So your penny game had to be nice. You couldn't just be an average person. When you want to go get a hit, you know who to go to. You know who to go to.
Not only did your pen game have to be nice, I mean, you had to, be great with arrangements too.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not easy to do.
It's not easy to do at all. At all. And again, this is not saying that any of these artists did not do that, because we have people ranked certain ways, some didn't make it to the next round or what have you. To say that these guys weren't even, I mean, hell, every last one of them would smoke anybody else's boots any day of the week. In this era of music. And that's not an old head speaking. That's just facts. that's facts. The other guys from 2010s, they can't bleed into the 90s like that.
Not at all. They get washed.
Music was different. Music was different back then. Yeah. No, and I agree. And that's what I said earlier, Mo. R. Kelly resonates with us more. Babyface was in a different range. He was in a different range of music. It's no different than Quincy Jones. We can't say Quincy Jones wasn't great because he didn't really reach us. A lot of us wasn't listening to Quincy Jones back then. We weren't listening to that. We were listening to R. Kelly back then.
All right.
So R. Kelly's son, Opera.
Hey, Tina, what you mean when you say a caller said? Like, what
who called?
What are you listening to something else, or like what you mean a caller? Oh damn, y'all see this?
I don't know, Nostalgia. That's
I don't know, but all that, man. And the reason, this is what I'm gonna say, man.
Yeah.
When technology advanced, you had a lot of artists that had a lot of help with the sound in studios and stuff like that. Them Motown artists, they was just singing, man. I'm sorry. They were singing. Matter of fact, they weren't singing, they were singing. So that's an argument for a different day. But them cats back in the day, you ain't had all the beefed up studio and the shit that can make your voice sound better. Yeah. Them cats will run circles. Them cats from the 60s and 70s, in my opinion, that's another argument, will run circles around these cats to the day. And that's why I think that R&B is kind of like tailed off as the time, unfortunately, as the time is going by. I think it's just tailed off a little. We still got the Bryson Tillotson and shit like that. But those cats back in the day, you would put them on an album and you would just be hearing their voice without all the assists and all that shit, studio shit and all that.
But I tell you what,
facts. Smokey's pen game is unmatched.
Smokey got R. Kelly and fucking Babyface. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's just me though.
He wrote
but real shit though. Nostalgia Mike gave us an idea of a topic coming up. Nick, you motherfucker, why you bringing up Marvin Gaye? Because that motherfucker he different. He is motherfucker. That motherfucker. Trouble Man. Oh shit. Man. Trouble Man. My God.
Yo, Stacks. Hear My Dear. Woo. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it made me want to holler.
Man, that Hear My Dear album. He was on the front cover like Moses.
Man, I'm here to tell you, man.
That was a B album. That was a B-side album. It wasn't
we might could do a Motown segment. She might give us a fucking idea. We might
shut your motherfucking mouth, Merv.
We might do a Motown segment after next week when we do the Final Four. The following week, we'll make that the Motown special.
Nigga, we would be in this bitch probably trying to fight each other, bro, over a Motown segment.
I think that's
That's a Merv. You might be on to something.
Yeah,
you might be that Motown. And don't forget, Smokey was right there. Smokey was in the middle of all of that.
Yeah.
Smokey was a writer. Smokey was Babyface before Babyface. I'm sorry.
Everybody before everybody.
Smokey used to write for so many groups. And it's timeless. You can't even mention Smokey was just. Smokey is babyface before babyface. Hey, that's what I gotta say about that.
Let me ask y'all this: with Motown being so old, y'all think we'll be able to get away with playing Motown samples?
No. I think we'd be good because I think we'd be good, Merv, as far as Motown samples because we got artists of today from the 10s, from the O's, from the 90s and the 80s that sampled all that music. A lot of that shit from back in the day made them great. So we play that shit, man. It's some shit that I vibe to from the 70s.
No, I'm saying, do you think we get clipped?
Dude, we would get clipped. We would get clipped as soon as
Hey, listen. All right. Have y'all, wait a minute. Have y'all seen that movie Talk to Me with Don Cheadle? We get clipped faster than that.
That was a really good fucking movie, by the way.
Yes, it was. We get clipped just as fast.
I think everyone Motown night.
This was fun. This was this was.
I think you have a Motown night.
Keep going.
All right.
Yeah, you got.
Hey, Merv, really
quick. Like, listen, I'm gonna tell you.
That's correct, Stasia.
I was talking about goddamn Temptations. Let me tell you, my favorite goddamn Temptation song, My Imagination. Yo, that shit does something. Hey, that whole shit was fucking brilliant. Hey, just my imagination. Running away with me. Let me tell you.
I'm terrible.
Oh, I know. Hey, the Lord knows what he was doing by not giving me no vocals. Yeah. He knows exactly what he was doing. Because, listen, can y'all imagine me being able to sing and serenade to a motherfucking lady? Oh, shit. Listen, if I had vocals like somebody from the Temptations,
look at Shawn,
every night. I can sing that. I like music from that era because it was no assist. It wasn't no studio shit, beefing your shit up. Them cats was just, and mind you, some of these cats was like in high school and coming out of high school. Their main goal in life was to just sing. And they didn't have the studio shit with your voice. They mix in your voice. These are cats that sounded the same live as they sound when they were in the studio, because that's just how it was back then, man. And I love that shit.
Either you could sing or you couldn't.
Yeah, like you got a lot of these movies like Cadillac Records. I love that fucking movie because that was fucking that was just singing. You got Muddy Waters. You got fucking
You got Wolf.
Beyonce, yeah, Howlin' Wolf.
And then
you got the shit that Beyonce played in that movie, man. It was just man, Etta James, Etta fucking James, nigga. Yep. It was just these are when the artists were artists, didn't have all that fucking high technology shit, man. It was just so fun. I love it.
That song At Last by Etta James is endless times. Like you can play that shit today and it will still go against and battle any fucking anybody else in R&B. That's because Beyonce sung that song during that at Barack Obama reception At Last.
Did she?
And killed it.
She did.
I think they did Motown Live like on Broadway. I think that was like a play. That was like a play on Broadway.
And don't forget, Jackson 5 was part of Motown too. So you had a young Mike and Tito.
What did you say, Tito?
Jermaine Jackson, man. It's just all that shit is timeless, man. And what people have to realize is that those guys that was doing those records in the 50s, the 60s, and 70s, we would not have the R. Kellys, we would not have the Baby Faces, we would not have the D'Angelos.
No, you wouldn't.
We would not have none of these guys if it wasn't for these guys in Motown. And even if they weren't Motown, these guys in the 70s that were just singing with no fucking assists and all that shit, man. I love it. I fucking love it, man. I'm a freelance vocalist, and I love it.
My girl by the Temptations, Ain't No Mountain High Enough, Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell.
everything back then, everything ran through Motown. Like you had to have like you had to have the it factor to be on Motown. You couldn't just be any average Joe Schmo. That lineup was ridiculous, man. I saw Mo putting that Motown versus Def Jam. If I'm looking at that from a perspective of the talent on a roster,
just like hit for hit. Like,
I can definitely see that, because that talent that was on that Motown roster was bananas. Everyone could sing, everyone could get in, everyone had it, everyone had it. And again, Smokey was at the middle of all of that. Smokey was the architect.
He really was. Smokey was the motherfucking man, bro.
Right.
And don't forget about Stevie Wonder.
Was Stevie on Motown?
That's what I'm seeing right here.
Damn.
And that's almost a cheat code. When you got all of that Smoke Robinson and everybody, then you throw in Stevie Wonder. If that makes Motown, that's a cheat code.
That song always. I think always is my favorite Stevie Wonder song. That man, it was so good.
You know what's crazy when you really think about it? And you think about the Motown era. I mean, it could be like Smokey Robinson recording an album. Imagine the people who were stopping by in on a session,
right?
Like giving their opinion, like, "Yo, Smokey, put it down like this."
Right.
They probably had Hall of Famers.
Yeah, Mo, they had Rick James too.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Collaborating. You know what I mean? Just see you out.
Right. And Mark, that's what happened. That's what happened with Rick James. He just walked in the studio with the Temptations and be like, "Yo, let me help y'all finish pinning this joint." I think
that's crazy.
I think his uncle was in the Temptations, right? Or like one of his relatives.
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that. I think Rick James' nephew wanted the Temptations, something like that.
I can appreciate the Temptations grind, man, to where they were making a whole lot of music that wasn't hitting, and then they added David Ruffin, and then they they made David Ruffin the lead singer, because Paul Williams was the lead singer before that.
Yeah,
but when they made My Girl, that which sprung them into superstar. Of course, David Ruffin couldn't handle that shit. But it's just moments like that in music that I really appreciate, and that's really revered. That makes that paved the way for some of these artists that we have that came after them in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and the 10s and shit like that. Man, it's
Isley Brothers
craft. It's real good craft.
Isley Brothers Motown.
Yo, was Teddy Pendergrass on Motown? Mark, you should know that. That's your hometown hero.
I don't know if we fucking Motown, but he's a fucking monster. Teddy P. Hey, that motherfucker, bruh.
Teddy P. You know what I mean? Just watch how you drive on Lincoln Drive. That's all I'm saying about that. Shit.
I don't see any Teddy.
He probably wasn't, man. He probably was. I just want to kind
of probably like RCA.
Gladys Knight was Motown. The Supreme, Diana Ross.
They called that Hitsville for a reason, bro.
For real,
man.
Hey, man, like this. Look, as much as I love, you know what I mean, for real, Aunt Patty. You know what I'm saying? She ain't had nothing for Gladys Knight on that verses.
I mean,
she ain't had nothing on that verses.
I mean, there's Gladys Knight, so I mean, there's that.
Shit. I mean, Gladys Knight, good.
Damn, Papa
Gladys Knight still can fucking blow. Like now. Like,
yeah.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's true nostalgia. We give all the icons Motown by default.
Right.
Hey, Stacks Merv, y'all know Teddy P was actually born in King Street. He was born and raised in King Street. Then he moved to Pennsylvania.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a whole lot of sense, in my opinion. You know, King Street, Merv. I mean, that's how we do down here. That's how we do down here in South Carolina, man. We kind of chubby chucker. Born in South Carolina, Andrew, South Carolina. Shout out.
Yep, Chubby. Yep, Chubby.
That it's definitely some hidden ties to South Carolina. Like, I didn't even know about.
Hey, motherfuckers just don't claim us.
We are, I mean, with good reason. We are one of the most fucked up states in the union. I mean, let's not lose sight of that. We are very fucked up.
You know.
Shawn. I mean, I'm surprised Shawn ain't got lynched yet. I ain't gonna say where he at, but I mean, shit. I mean, where the fuck he at?
He's in the most racist part of South Carolina.
He's gonna say
that. But the crazy thing about it is, I carry that thing, man.
Fuck out of here.
You buy that ticket, you're gonna get the show, man.
This motherfucker out of control.
When the cat is tucked, I'm fat as fuck.
I got a little tutu. I call him Peggy Sue. But I'm going for the club. You fit right in my shoe.
Right. Real. And Merv is right. I'm up in like white suburbia for real. Man, I ain't gonna front.
Get out.
Yeah.
So if we did a Motown night, how will we do that? How will we segue that? Will we just
Merv? We ain't gonna get Merv. We ain't gonna give them that. We gonna figure that out.
We gotta figure it out.
We gonna go off to the side. We go off to the side and engineer that. We ain't gonna give them that right now.
You're right.
But get ready. Get ready. Y'all know how we coming though. Y'all already know y'all know how we coming.
So let's do it like this then, because like Murray said, we got the Final Four next week. We can do the Final Four in probably 30 minutes. Honestly.
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you're doing there, Shawn.
Yes, sir.
I see what you're doing there.
And then we roll into it. But let me ask y'all this. Do we just put it in the Motown box? Do we open it up for others? Because you still got the Teddy P's out there. I mean, you still got some legends out there, man, that we can probably dive into.
I would say don't leave out the legends.
You got some legends.
All right, so how about we do this? How about we title it Motown and Company or Motown and the Legends?
Let's do that.
And then that you know,
I like that.
Motown and the Legends.
And we love viewer feedback. If you want to send something to the guys inbox, make sure you slide that up in there because we love shit from our viewers.
Can we get a post in the group like that about that? Can we do
like
something
that?
like that?
Mark, they already know how we coming, man. We gonna do that.
I like that too, Nick. I like that, Nick. So what if we do some homework? Everybody bring their top 3 albums as well. From that time.
Top 3 albums from that time? From Motown and the Legends, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, definitely.
Let's dive into it.
Okay, bet. So
Mark, you got to go into your Philly bag, man. Philly got some.
You know what I mean? Philadelphia International.
Y'all got a lot of talent up there in Philly.
A lot of talent.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Shit out the bag.
So Final Four.
Shout out to Kenny Gamble. Then
when we leave the Final Four, we jump right into the Motown and Legends bag. We're not gonna tell you. We ain't gonna tell y'all the format when we start the Motown Legend bag. Just know this shit's gonna be dope as fuck. Y'all come ready to talk about this throwback, nostalgic, your grandma, your mom, dad, your uncles and aunts type music that you used to listen to when you was 5 years old that you didn't appreciate until you got about 15, and you be like, oh shit. Because let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek right now.
That nigga spitting.
Huh?
That nigga, continue, you spitting. I love it.
I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek of something right now. Hey, this is probably why I'm the way I am. Because when I was growing up, my damn parents used to play this song called I Wanna Lick You Up, I Wanna Lick You Down.
Boy, this motherfucker done go candy liquor. Because you go with the candy liquor?
You girl, like your lover should.
Oh,
hey, what y'all know what that candy liquor about Marvin Cease? Next week.
Hey, Marvin Cease is an American icon. I'm sorry. He just is.
We about to dive in this shit. Shit. I'm trying to tell you.
This is our this will be our closeout episode to celebrate Black Music Month.
Yeah.
So we're going to hit all of it, all angles.
Yeah.
I saw someone putting there about jazz. We're going to get into every piece that we missed out over the past couple of weeks. We're going to close out big. So we definitely want everybody to hop on with us. We want everybody to put a comment.
Shout out to Young. Shout out to Young. Bro, shout out to Young out there in the comments. Shout out to my nigga Young. Young.
What up, Young?
What up, Young?
Feather Stone.
Hey, that's the homie. Hey, we gotta shout out Young.
Georgetown.
No, he in Georgetown. He in Georgetown, but he the homie. He part of the crew.
Homie. That's part of the crew right there. True love.
Young.
So, fellas, we got some homework, fellas. I'm gonna take it around the horn. Yo, Mark, what you got for us, homie?
Man, yo, ain't another good episode tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to, first start out with the 90s. You know what I'm saying? And props to everybody, was in the bracket. You know what I mean? Props to everybody who was in the bracket. Because there's a lot of good music, from all them guys, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, props to that. Then we got into this Motown bag, this old school bag, man. So it just had me thinking back. I was thinking back, bro, I had to find this song. I was thinking about a song from Barry White, that was dope as fuck. He had many of them, but it was one I was thinking about in particular. So I'm like, man, I'm going to find that record, you know what I'm saying, and see what's going on with that John. But I'm trying to tell you, man, this was good, man, right here, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? For real, being able to take it back old school. And I tell the youngins, man, sometimes you got to take it old school a little bit, man, to know where you come from. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is.
You give me an idea, man. I'm going to hold it for a second, though. What you got for us, Merv?
Man, nigga, I'm just excited about next week. We're going to talk about this Final Four of the decades. Like, nigga, this is going to be a good fucking show. We're talking about the champion from the 80s, 90s, 2000, and 2010s. Have the Final Four and shit. Have the champion of the last 40 years. And then after the previous, then we're going to talk about the previous 40 years. You know what I'm saying? Like 70s and 60s and 50s, going to dive in that. And we're going to really be able to show motherfuckers our range. Because I think it might be our first time that we dive in that era. So when we bring this shit next week and we talk about all these classics and motherfuckers like, damn, we're going to really show motherfuckers our motherfucking range. And we're gonna bring y'all a good motherfucking show. And do us a favor. Now that's only if they could deal with cursing, because I ain't gonna stop cursing. But let your uncles, let your aunts, your pops, and your moms know next week we're doing a Motown and a Legends segment after the 40 years champion of music. At the end of the month of Black Celebration Music Month. All right. So let your uncles, your aunts, your pops, and your moms know. Next week, you know what I'm saying? Marc and Shawn to present the Vibez featuring Motown and the Legends. Let your people know, but let them know the shit rated R.
This dude right here, man. Yo, Stacks, what you got, man?
Hey, like Raphael Sadiq says, man, feels good. All this shit that we do, man, it's just really, really good for me, fellowshipping with my brothers and us talking our shit and talking about this music. And it felt so good tonight. The vibe felt so good, man. It's going to feel good going forward as we deep dive into the older era. As Merv said, man, invite as many people as you can, man, because we going back, man. I mean, y'all know that if you don't know me by now, I can name a couple of shit that y'all. I mean,
hey,
there's just so many bags that we can open up. We're gonna try to go into all of that next week, because this is what we do. This is what we love: music, the culture, and shout out to all of y'all that's here listening to us on a fucking Monday night. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you right the fuck here with us, man. And that's all I got, man. Take us home, Shawn.
Wait.
One last thing. Yo, hey, for the movie, TV show, actors and actress lovers, Yo, tomorrow night on the Mervin Stack Show, we got our finale, our actor playoff finale. It is Samuel L. Jackson versus Denzel Washington to see who's going to be the champion actor tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Along with some other stuff we're going to dive in, but that's the main event. Denzel Washington versus Samuel L. Jackson to see who's the champion actor. And we're gonna bring some categories. We're going to make you think about it. And we got some other stuff we're going to talk about. We'll give you
we got a recent movie, too. We got a recent movie that just came out. Real good movie.
Recent movie that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about some trending topics of the actor, movie, TV world. Yo, so everybody that's a movie buff, a TV show buff about actors, actresses, join us tomorrow.
Absolutely. And don't forget, in a couple of weeks, the guys, they're going to get back into that power bag. The Book of Canaan is coming. I think about 3 more weeks more, right?
I can't fucking wait.
And they're going to get right back into that bag. There's a lot. We got shit dialed in right now. We locked in.
Bring your ass. You on there. Bring your ass. You on there.
We locked in, man. We got so many different rounds in the chamber right now, man. It's just fully loaded clip, man. The bullets ain't breathing right now. It's fully loaded clip.
It ain't fair right now.
For real. We're gonna flood. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to people in the comments. Shout out to Nostalgia. Shout out to Rika for hopping on and being a shooter for me tonight. Shout out to everybody, man.
Nick J.
Shout out to Nick J being the shooter out there for the kid. Here's the thing, like, we love to debate. I think the four of us debate each other all day, every day.
You, Tina.
We talk trash and debate all day long in chats, just going back and forth on everything. And it's always good to debate. Merv and I never agree on anything. I don't want anybody to get it twisted that that Merv and I got something going on. We just don't agree on stuff. And we love to debate each other. We love to prove each other wrong in some kind of way. So even if I feel like he's right, I'm never going to concede. I'm going to keep going. Even if he feels that I'm right, he's not going to concede. We'll talk about it off air and be like, yeah, you got me on that one. But here's my other argument to that. We don't end arguments. Merv and I, we would debate a situation for weeks, and we'll bring it back up in a different conversation for no reason at all. It's just who we are. We are. It's what we do. And it is what it is. But again, it's always great to have healthy debates. We knew the 90s was going to be a tricky one because there's so much talent in the 90s. The roster is ridiculous. Everybody is just hardcore in the 90s, and we knew we had to do it justice. And we didn't want to shit on no artists. We wanted to definitely love everybody, and we definitely wanted for people to understand that these are just our opinions. It's not something we are looking at. We just going by what we love. Our musical takes. We're not saying that one artist is better than the other. It's how we feel about it. That's all it is. And one of the things that we try to do as a pod is we try to bring a lot of different flavors for everybody to enjoy. You know, you got Marc and Shawn on, Monday nights to talk about sports and hip hop and just music in general. And real soon, shout out to Bobby, because real soon we're going to start doing episodes where we're paying homage to those artists, R&B and rappers that's trying to break through. We're actually in the working of a deal right now, exclusive with our West Coast affiliates, to be able to bring those artists on our show to have them spit some bars, sing some songs, and hopefully they get their first break. So that's a big thing for us. Tuesday nights, we're talking about movies and TV shows, and we got another artist. I'm an artist, but he's an actual actor that he's gearing up. He's on the indie circuit, but he's going to be coming on the show as well. Not going to give it all away right now, but we got so many different things coming up. We're talking about doing stuff on site. We're going to be everywhere because we trying to work on different things to bring everybody to come mess with us and work with us. We had a DJ a few months ago out of Charleston, DJ Chuck T, on the show one time. Yep. Yeah, he was the guy who broke on Lil Wayne when it comes down to the leak of music, leaking albums back then. So we're doing a lot of things off the strength of just us. We're not industry guys. We don't have any type of connection in the industry. We just got people that's rocking with us right now. We got some people, we got some silent partners that just rocking with us. And that's because of everybody who tuned in to us. That's for everybody who's been loyal to us from day one. Those who been rocking with us when we just had one audience in the one member in the audience, or we just had people in the audience that would just listen to us talk crazy. You know what I mean? And because we try to bring everybody along with us. So I say it to say this: we appreciate the love. We appreciate everything everybody's doing. We appreciate the comments, the feedback, good, bad, or different. We love all of it. We take all of it in. Wednesday night, we are in the lab right now cooking up something nice. And it's going to be catered to those, for you nasty people out there. We're cooking up some stuff in the lab. You know what I mean? So be prepared for that to come in the pipeline. Then we got the Lullers coming on Sunday night.
Shout out to the fucking Lullers, by the way.
Got some stuff cooking in the lab right now. They're coming back on Sunday night. And we still got more to talk about. We still got more coming. So y'all with us. So shout out to Bobby, Blackjack TV. Shout out to Zingo TV channel 199. Shout out to How Radio. Shout out to Facebook. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to all those who are rocking on the front lines. Shout out to the street team general Tayson. Tayson, get me that 100% VA, and we good, homie. We working on that too. So shout out to the street homie Tayson. Shout out to my man Merv. I don't like that dude, but shout out to him anyhow. Shout out to Marc, my homie, my ace, Philly. Yo, stand up or sit down wherever y'all at. Shout out to my man Stacks, my A alike. You know what I mean? My ace boom, my battle partner. Shout out to my guys. Shout out to Tina B. Shout out to Becca. Shout out to the Lovers.
B and Becca, come the fuck through.
Who am I missing, man? Shout out to Nick J. Shout out to Tarika Giles for hopping in, to Nostalgia. William Featherstone hopped in the comments.
Yeah.
Whoever I missed, I apologize.
My big
Marc's older brother. Right. Marc's older brother, the good one, the good guy. He has failed Marc, but he's the good
Elmore Dub come through. Elmore Dub.
Elroy, man. They call him Mo. Shout out to him. Who am I missing? I think I got everybody. Shout out to my Wiz, man, for always showing support.
Come through.
Shout out to everybody, man. With that said, fellas, I'm done. We got homework to do. We got to get ready for the next week's show.
He did the Blackjack.
He did his thing. He did all that.
He did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, L definitely the good guy. L is definitely the good guy. Marc is the goon. L is the good guy.
L Dub.
Man, shout out to you fellas. Y'all held it down last week when the kid was out of pocket. I might be out of pocket again, but the pod is in good hands with my brothers. And we out here, man. That's all I can say. Salute, peace, love, and hell grease. We out.
And we done. Solid niggas.